everyone. Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you? What are you guys doing? What's going on? Everyone excited? Everyone ready? Ready, Freddy? Yeah.
Ready, Freddy.
Sorry about the end of last week. I forgot to start recording again, but it's okay. It's in the wrong file format. So how is everyone? How is everyone doing? How is life? Is everyone's projects going well? I have some projects in the works, but I don't think I can say anything about them yet.
Nice.
Does anyone have any? Did anyone launch any projects or have any fun projects going on right now?
I am working on a solo EP album.
Woo!
That's a fun time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is amazing. What kind of music? Like?
Yeah.
I don't really have. It's not. I call it soulternative because that's really the only way that I can describe it.
Hell yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it's something that I've been working on for a number of years now. At least writing and performing the music. It's like it's about time I do something with this stuff. So started recording and producing. And my co-producer is actually the same person that does all of my audio work for my podcast, so a huge help there. So I'm super excited. I don't have a release date as of yet because I'm trying to take my time and don't want to rush myself. So,
yeah, I don't blame you, but I'm really excited. Soulternative. Yeah,
Soulternative
honestly,
is
that
me.
sounds.
That.
Yeah, I know that sounds really good. Soulternative. That sounds like I immediately like. I think of like almost math rock, but like not exactly math rock. Like a little bit of math, a little bit of blues, a little bit of soul, a little bit of like a nice melting pot, and I really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it. It's a little bit of everything.
I love that kind of music, to be honest. That is really exciting. Does anyone else have any exciting things that they've been working on?
My Extraordinary Expeditions comes out next month.
I know.
I think it's next month. It's coming out soon. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. Extraordinary Expeditions is like 10 nice modular adventures for you to bring with you to your D&D table. And I promise they take you on an adventure that will knock your proverbial socks off.
Yeah, they're honestly, I had a chance to look through them, and they are honestly like super fun. It's that for me, like and I explained this to Justin, like my favorite thing about it is like sometimes you have really good cool ideas for like level 8, but you don't know how to get from 5 to 8 because like it's like that's too short to have a whole thing, but like once they're 8, you get this really cool, you're finally able to go against this guy and have this really cool idea, and you're like, can I stretch it out? And instead of doing that, instead of like you can take one of these little expedition doodads and just whoop, insert right there in that little 2 level. They do a little mini quest, they do a little bridge quest, and then you can tie that bridge quest in because it's so like open. You really wrote them very open. It's so open that you can just like woo and tie that bridge quest into the into the next really awesome amazing arc that you have planned. And I know that that's something that I struggle with personally. So like if Justin wasn't in this campaign, I would probably be using the thing to, like, tie things together.
Well, that's very kind of you to say, so.
Yeah, I think you have your own Crit Academy. Nope, that's not how you spell Academy. That's still not how you spell Academy. Iron, you do it. I can't do it. Iron, you do it.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. That is a thing that'll take you to his. Thank you very much, Metal. That is the link that'll take you to the page to see the thing that we're talking about. But like, I don't know. Like whenever you showed me the Kickstarter and you started telling me about like the idea of the expeditions, I was literally like, this is the most ingenious thing. Why has nobody done this before? Why doesn't this exist? This needs to.
Technically, Wizards of the Coast did it before.
Wait, really?
From 4th edition, yeah.
Well, but it's not in 5th edition, so.
It's not, and that's
Fourth
actually
edition
what we
doesn't
were
count.
brainstorming. Oh, you take that back.
All right, guys, welcome to the stream. This is going to be a conversation about D&D editions
No, it is not.
I've got my pickaxe.
and why certain ones are trash. Just enough.
It's okay. You're
You're lucky
talking.
I like you.
Your DM still believes that 3.5 is the golden child, so. I love 5th edition. I love 5e, but just the amount of shit in 3.5, the amount of substance there
for
was in 3.5. That
Yeah,
was
I
just.
still,
Customization options were amazing.
I'm pretty sure I have my grappling handbook somewhere where we had to print off all the rules just for grappling because it was like 5 chapters long.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
whereas my feeling is if you need a flow chart to play your character, it might be a touch much.
Fatco.
That's just me. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's just not what I want out of a game experience.
It's just like different schools of thought, right? Because
Yeah.
that's where I align as well. And I know
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Max is a big rules guy as well, and I think that it's real nice actually. Like whenever Max and I try to work on stuff together, there's like a really good synergy of like he knows how to implement something, and then I know how to like sprinkle something on it.
Max is my,
I like a
my
certain amount of
boyfriend.
crunch, but there's a point where it just becomes like we're playing spreadsheets and tables, not Dungeons and Dragons, and that's where I get off. That's where I like to get off the train, and that's okay.
Max said in chat, if my RPG isn't borderline rocket science, I don't want to play. And honestly, yeah, that's accurate for him. That's accurate for him.
Like I have friends who want to play BattleTech or MechWarrior, one of those, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to break out a slide rule to figure out how far my mech can move.
Right.
Speaking of Max, I just want to say today is me and Max's 5-year anniversary.
Oh my God! Congratulations!
So we have been together for 5 years, and it's just hysterical because it feels like it's been so much longer than that, and not enough time at the same time. And it's just so funny because like whenever because you're like a teenager and you're like a young adult and you're like, oh, I'm in love, and like I just look back at that and I laugh because like literally Max and I are just. It's one of those things where it's like whenever you know, and it's like, I don't know, it's just really fun. So I just wanted to say that I love you, Max, and happy 5 years. And we are going out to dinner after this.
Get a room.
Get a yurt.
Get a yurt.
Get a yurt. Actually, that's the funny thing. The place that I want to get married at, it's a treehouse place in Seattle. And instead of having like a room to do a room or whatever, or like a building to do the reception it has a yurt. And you have a yurt to get ready in for the bride. So I will get a yurt. I will.
Nice.
I will get a yurt.
That's legit.
Oh yes, and everyone can type "fuck Max" in the chat. That is a very, very old joke from whenever we very first met. And also, Alex can't even spell.
That's okay, because at a quick glance, I thought the exclamation point was an I, and I was very confused by the message that was getting put out.
I didn't think this was that kind of channel.
I thought I was in the wrong one for a minute. I was like, that's my other two.
But yeah, that is always super fun. Well, I don't know about you guys, but we have 10 minutes until we normally start. However, I am very, very, very impatient, and I have been biting my like lips. Like oh my God, I want to know what Badru and Brooke are going to talk about so bad. I want to know. So, if you guys don't mind, I know. I have been like just sitting here like, oh my God, what are they gonna say? Because I know what like, because I did the whole thing with Buntus making the snow and then boop, popping himself on there and you guys taking watches, and I was literally like, I dig the hat and the horns. Yeah, we have dressing up on this channel. So I just would really like to hop in. So does anyone mind if I go ahead and recap?
No, go for it.
Girl.
Do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get a little change of pace here. When we last left off our adventurers before we were so rudely cut off by technology, our adventurers had to discover a dragon's egg. Now, here is the deal. Here's the thing about the Wayward Arrow setting, my setting. No dragons exist. 10,000 years ago, the dragons tried to kill the gods and become gods themselves. And so the gods said, haha, and punished them by turning them into the thing that they hated the most, mortals. And that is how the Dragonborn were created. Dragons have not been seen for 10,000 years, and all of a sudden, our heroes just so happen to be the ones that stumble across a living, breathing, talking dragon's egg. Now, there's an issue with this dragon's egg. The dragon's egg is cursed. That is something that chromatic dragons would do to metallic dragon eggs because they didn't really like to reproduce themselves. They wanted to stay as far away from each other as possible. So they would curse a metallic dragon's egg and make it become chromatic and therefore evil and therefore gaining more population on their side. The only way to rid this dragon's egg of this curse is for it to eat, for the first thing that it ever consumes whenever it is born, is a crystal of pure good. Because how the dragon acts, what the dragon does, the dragon's personality, everything is decided by its first meal. So, our adventurers set off to find these crystals, and by set off, I mean they had to go through the passageway through the land of the giants, and that is currently where we are. The giants are very hostile, very territorial, very entirely mine, and I'm going to kill you. And along this way, they were given a guide because they were sent as patrons of Yao, which is the city. They were given the guide, Buntus. Buntus, this is his first assignment that he has ever been given. He is an adorable, lovable idiot who is half hill giant, half frost giant.
I would commit murder for Buntus.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Buntus is best.
Same.
No?
Buntus is Bay, and I will commit murder for Buntus. I don't mean Chiron, I mean Dom. Dom will commit murder for Buntus.
There we go.
I was going to mention that.
Crazy
Oh, yep, I fixed it. And thus we began our long trek. I think it's a 3-day trek from one side of the ravine or one side of the passageway to the other, through snow, mountains, treacherous, and apparently also snow apples, which make amazing cider, I think it was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, where we last left off was the first night in the passageway, where Buntus had collected a pile of snow and had laid himself to rest. Our adventurers had created themselves a dome and were beginning to go to sleep whenever Brooke and Badru started up a conversation. So conversations start.
Can't remember where we were in the conversation at all.
We didn't
were,
hear
like,
any of it.
Yeah, we were like right at the beginning.
Okay.
So I suppose you invited Brooke over. Badru invited Brooke over for some tea.
Oh yes.
And we
That
just
sounds
said,
about
yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Here. Would you like to have some tea? I am making some of my favorite. That was passed down to me by my grandfather. Beautiful Lapsang Souchong tea. It is very good for staying awake. Also, it reminds me of camping, much like we are doing right now.
Oh yeah, that. Sorry. Oh great. Okay, so I'm back to here again.
All right. You got something in your throat, I think.
I forgot you lost your voice.
I'm feeling.
Oh.
I was feeling better for a couple hours there, but we're back in business, baby.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Once the tea is ready, you can have some slowly because it will be hot, and that should help with help clear that up.
Yeah, that might do it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes. How are you doing, my friend? I noticed that you have been a bit distracted as of late.
Uh, yeah, that's a word for it. It was Buntus's story about his parents. Uh, it's not something I can relate to a lot. I had a pretty ordinary upbringing. I just worry that, yeah, what are we doing?
Well, I would like to hope that we are doing the right thing. We are going to help your friend, the dragon. We're going to do our best, you know? I can definitely relate to everything that Buntus told us about. I did not come from an ordinary family, as it were. It was quite fantastic and a little sad. My family, for the last 12 or so generations, have served Kojin as silver stars. And what that means for us is that we are agents and stewards of justice and peace. We investigate wrongs and we drive the darkness out in places where the darkness has taken hold. My grandfather is a legendary silver star, and his daughter, my mother, was an adventurer as well. It's how my parents met, actually. It is a very, very funny story. She saved his life. He was very confused by this, and my grandfather calls these things tropes, where that they're these weird things that help to define a story or people within the story. Anyhow, there's a trope where the woman usually nurses the male back to health, and then they fall in love and blah blah blah. That is kind of what happened here. My mother convinced my father to join the Temple of Kojin and to join the service of the Silver Stars, and they became an adventuring duo. They became a battle couple, is what my grandfather would call them. And not long after I was born, and whenever they would go out on, one of their quests or missions, they would leave me with my grandfather, who would tell me wonderful stories of Kojin, or stories of his past triumphs or his past failings, or just fun stories, because my grandfather, like myself, is both a cleric and a bard. So you can only imagine the depth of the storytelling that he would give to me. He would teach me both about how to be a bard and how to be a cleric, and it was an amazing time. When I was 15 years old, my parents went out on a quest to drive out some necromancers, I believe it was. And only my father came back. It was confusing and a bit heartbreaking. Apparently they were overrun by the undead and various other creatures, and my mother was able to push my father out of harm's way before she disappeared within the crowd. My father comes back, and he doesn't stay for very long. He gathers supplies, and he gathers some more men, and he goes out to try and find and rescue my mother. My father was the only one that came back, and he came back on a stretcher. He has not adventured since, and when I exhibited the drive to become a silver star like my mother and my grandfather before me, he was very against it. He had opened up a bed and breakfast and this is what our family will do now from here on. But I wanted to be like the man whom I idolized, my grandfather, who was a great and worldly man, a beautiful person, and a wonderful adventurer. So I wound up going to Bard College and kept all of the teachings of my grandfather within me. Not long after I graduated, however, I heard something that I had not heard in a very long time. First full moon after my 18th birthday. That was a song. A song my mother used to sing to me when I was a child. But I could see no one. I went in the direction of the song, and the song only got louder as I traveled in that path. Then the next night, nothing. The night after that, nothing. Then the next full moon came, and the song happened again. I thought I was going crazy because no one else could hear it. I could clearly hear my mother's voice singing this song. So I graduate. I go home. And of course, I'm reluctant to tell my father of this because I don't think that he believed that my mother might still be alive. But I tell my grandfather. And he had been hearing the music too, and thought that he might have been experiencing some dementia or something, he called it. I don't remember. But he gave me a very long look. And he reached underneath his chair and handed me, and Badru will point to his loot case. This loot has been in my family for the last 6 generations. It belonged to my grandfather, and it belonged to my mother. When my father returned without my mother, he was carrying that with him. My grandfather, he says to me, I am much too old to go out gallivanting, searching after things that I hope are true. But you are a bright and vibrant young man. You will find your mother. He gives me a lute. And he gives me, and I reach into my robes, and I pull out probably the closest approximation to a bifold wallet that exists in this world. Opens up the wallet. And what you see there is it's clearly a badge, but it's not like any badge you maybe have seen before. It is silver. There's a crescent moon. It's in the shape of a circle. There's a crescent moon on one edge, and dead in the center is an 8-pointed star. My grandfather gave me this as a symbol of my office and all the powers therein to go forth and push back the darkness, and also to find my mother. Every night since then, or every full moon since then, I hear her voice. I try and inch as close as I can to her. That voice gets louder and louder. It has been a weird kind of winding path. It has not always been straightforward, but it is what led me to you all. It's what has led me to our task. I know that was a long-winded story, and it seemed to kind of ramble in places. All of that to say that everything that we are doing, I think, is for a purpose. Whether we intend that purpose or not is not entirely always up to us. But I believe in you, my friend. I believe in us. I believe that we are going to be doing the right thing. I believe that we are going to save your dragon friend. Oh, the tea is ready.
I think Brooke's quite relieved to have the tension diffused for a moment.
Pours you some tea in other hands. Here you go.
Thank you,
That might
thank
help
you.
with all of this.
That I'm sorry to hear about things that happened.
So am I. But if there's anything that gives me, is that every full moon I hear that voice and I hear that song. So I have to believe that she is out there somewhere singing. Which is all I have.
In confidence, I see in this story, and when I look at everyone else, you have the heroism. There's heroism there. I can see it. And
I don't know that I would call myself a hero. Just want to do what I can.
that's what a hero would say, man.
Oh,
Listen, between you and me, I worry. I tried to do this before. Didn't go well. I've done some bad things, Badru. I don't want to do that again. I don't.
you listen to me. Each of us, myself, you, Chiron, Rick, Mordecai, we all have great capacity for good, and great capacity for evil. But it is beyond. We do not exist as binaries, my friend. Everything is we exist in a spectrum. Sometimes the things that we have to do for the greater good might not seem like the best thing to do at the time. But the greater good should always be the goal. I have no doubt in my mind, my friend, that while you may not believe that what you did in your past, and you don't have to tell me about it, while you might not believe that what you did in your past was for the greater good, it may have served the greater good in its own way. Take heart in that, at least. And also, if you believe in nothing else, believe that I believe in you. You did not have me with you before.
Can you give me 1 second?
Sure.
And I think Brooke is gonna get up and kind of walk off away from the camp a little bit and throw up. Just kind of off to the side.
Are you okay?
Yep.
Are you sure? Was it the tea? Did I oversteep?
No, the tea's really good. The tea's really good, Badru. Yeah. Sorry, this is, oh man, you know what? I should get some, should probably,
Insight. Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
I don't know if it's gonna take a lot.
Well, that's good, because I've got a pretty hefty insight. Ooh, daddy.
Goodbye.
I'll just about break through Brooks' Airtight deception, I think. You can just about peer through the cracks.
And Badger will raise an eyebrow. Young man, I would very much like for you to sit down right now.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness, I am beginning to sound more like my grandfather every day. Listen to me. Whatever you are feeling, you can talk to me. I am your friend. You do know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna very gently put an almost fatherly hand, even though Brooke has never been a dad, put a fatherly hand on his shoulder, and it might feel awkward as hell for both of us. Listen, whatever it is that you are going through, whatever it is that you are dealing with that is bothering you, whatever you are feeling, please know that you do not have to go through this alone. You have people here with you, willing to help you shoulder whatever burden it is that you carry. Now give his arm a gentle squeeze. You are among friends.
I think he leans in.
You need to throw up again.
And he leans in very close and kind of looks around, checks on everyone else that's still sleeping. I may have killed some, not some we've killed a few things.
Yes.
This was not like that.
But how was it?
They were like a good guy, like a hero. And I think a lot of bad stuff happened because of it. And when you talk about the greater good, is a pretty straightforward metric that says that what I did was definitely for the worse. So that's a tough one. This is a tough one to swallow. I'll be real. So I don't want to slip up like that again.
Let me ask. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not. To be clear, it was an accident, but it's. That doesn't. I'm the one who did it. It's not unfeasible that I could do it again. Accidents, had lightning strikes twice. Something.
That sounds like something I've heard my grandfather say before, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. You said it was an accident, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that you did not do it intentionally.
No.
And had this accident not occurred, this person would still be alive, yes?
Maybe not.
So, here is my reasoning. You do not know for sure, 100%, what happened to this hero was your fault. And yet you blame yourself. That is what it sounds like to me, at least.
Well, it was my fault. I did do it. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't know. It was an illusion, and I didn't know that that was him, and so I decided I was maybe not to be trusted with one of these bad boys, and he kind of like shakes his sword that's like resting nearby a little bit. So that's why I was a custodian when you met me. The point being, I didn't have a call to adventure. I didn't have a tragic story that led me to this moment. I don't have a driving force of momentum. In fact, I have one very prominent story of trying to do something great where I did a lot of bad. I am here with you guys because I got told that I needed to do this job. And I don't want to overstay my welcome and hurt someone. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, I just worry. That's all. I don't know. I'm not. I tried to do it, it didn't go well.
That is a valid concern, my friend. But you, admittedly, what happened to you was an accident. You said so yourself. You didn't mean to do it, but it still happened. Lightning can strike twice, but that is such a rare occurrence that... Or lightning can strike the same spot twice. Lightning always strikes more than once. That's its nature. Lightning can strike the same spot twice. It is very rare that it does. Conditions have to be a certain way in order for that kind of a thing to happen. That's also nature. And also luck. Probability is a weird thing. My grandfather would know more about it than I do. All of that to say, the likelihood that you, knowing who you are, knowing now what you know, and that you would not want this kind of thing to happen again. I cannot see probability, but I can guesstimate. It's another word my grandfather would use. I can guesstimate that you would do everything you can to keep such an accident from happening again, no?
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not. Because I am here now, swinging swords, killing things.
Well,
I'm just praying that I am swinging them in the right direction.
look at me. Look at me. Look at my eyes. I am going to help you. I am going to do everything I can to keep you accidentally hurting someone who you should not hurt. I mean, if we are up against bad people and we are fighting them and they are trying to kill you, of course, you should defend yourself and kill them if you have to. But that darkness that you carry within you, that is a weight, my friend. There's a weight that should not be there. And I'm gonna very gently pat the center of your chest. I'm going to do everything I can to lighten that load for you. Because whether or not you want to be a hero, we are here together on a quest. We must depend on each other, no? I depend on you, you depend on me. You have already proven to me that I can trust you. I hope you feel the same. So trust in me. I will do everything I can to lighten that burden and to help you figure out whatever it is that you need to figure out. Whether or not you want to try to be an adventurer again, or once we are done with this, you wish to go home and live a life as a janitor again. Or a custodian, not a janitor. Custodian is a much better word. Same thing, prettier word. But I want that to be your decision. You should not be someplace where you do not feel good.
At this point in time, you hear a little bit of like rustling behind you guys. And at the point that you turn around is also the point that Buntus whips his head around and pokes his head into the dome. And it's like the size of a person. He is, I'm pretty good at being custodian. We could I could help if you want. We can work together. He's like smiling at you guys.
Buntus, were you listening to that?
I mean, I'm always listening.
Pull up a bowl. I will pour you some tea.
And he goes and he pulls out one of the things that's like basically a clay pot. He's like,
Here you.
It's a hell of a story of your parents. And he like drinks the entire thing of tea all at once, just guzzles it.
All true story. And I tell you that my mother and father were the most celebrated couple in my entire village because of the wondrous work that they did, alongside my grandfather, of course. The stories that people still tell of them are fantastic. My father will hear none of it now because I believe he is still grieving. It does not make those stories any less true.
Yeah, it's nice to hear someone's family being loved. I just wanted to say that something that my mom told me, and he looks at Brooke. He's like, something my mom told me before she died is yesterday is yesterday and tomorrow is tomorrow, but today is only today for today. So I would most likely translate to fuck yesterday. I think that's how it would translate.
That is very good. Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
My mom, we can't really do anything about the past, so it's kind of just more important to kick it. And he kind of smiles.
I would do what my grandfather did to me, but that involves a stick and being hit on the head. It's a thing that you don't need that. It's painful, even though it does make a point, because the past does hurt. But you can either live in that pain or learn from that pain and move forward.
Buntus, you
But
heard
I will
that?
not hit.
That means you heard what I was saying to Badru. You heard
I didn't
that?
hear all of it. I just heard that you got messed up with some people.
Breathe, bro. Breathe, my friend. Breathe. Slow breath.
Oh, that's making it worse. That's making it worse.
I mean, I heard nothing.
Drink some tea. Drink some tea.
Brooke runs off and he vomits again.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's made it worse.
Oh. He looks over at Badru and he's like, I was just trying to help. I don't think I helped.
I'm gonna take a little bit of the tea. Don't lay down.
Okay. Think about what I said, okay?
Sure, Bill.
Buntus, I think that your heart is in the right place, and I think that is what matters.
That's what my dad used to say to me. And he gets up and he goes back to his pillow. He goes back to his snowbank and like lays back down and he's like, good night.
Good night, Buntus.
Now I don't remember. Were people doing watches?
Yes, I was on first watch.
Mm-hmm. So, Brooke, while you're asleep, you have a dream where you can't really feel it, you can't really move, you can't really speak. It's one of those dreams where you're just observing. And what you're observing is what you can only guess is a silver dragon who almost looks like molten silver, like molten metal because of how fluid it is. And they seem to be staring at a crystal, like a crystal ball, very intently. And they keep saying things like, "This is so heavy. So sad." Things like that. And unfortunately, you're not able to speak. You're not able to hear. You're not able to speak. You're not able to reach out. But you do have that dream while you sleep.
Okay.
Was there any other watches besides Badru's? Was anyone else taking watch? I don't remember.
We didn't actually discuss it.
I said we should be good with Leopold keeping watch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
overhead the
Leopold's
whole
keeping
time.
watch.
Yeah. So I was like, we'll be fine. And then everybody just kind of crashed.
So you sleep your peaceful sleep surrounded by snow, in a pile of snow. The snow is on the ground, is slowly melting, but in your temperature-controlled dome. And in the morning, you find a pile about the size as tall as Brooke, of snow apples waiting outside of your dome. And Buntus is nowhere to be seen.
Us?
That's sus.
What is?
I honestly thought Brick was gonna be like, did Buntus turn into apples? We're gonna have to explain to him object permanence with Brick.
Where? I wonder where he has gone.
Oh, I can't leave the dome. Shit.
Oh, if you leave, the whole thing just ends.
Yeah, if I step out of the dome, it's gone.
Please don't do that.
Reach out and grab. Well, we've only got like how long did we sleep for? How long was our?
8 hours.
Oh, yep, that it's gone. As we all wake up, the temperature just drops.
Drastically.
Chiron is miserable. Just he like dives under. He's like so wrapped up in this coat and under his bedroll now, and he's not having it.
I'm just gonna take 10 minutes while
having
everyone's like waking up. I'm gonna take 10 minutes and just recast it as a ritual, so that at least I can sit and warm and talk about what's gonna go on for the day.
As you are recasting it, you hear Geronimo, and then poof, off the cliffside that you guys are leaning against or are next to, Buntus launches himself and then drops down into the ravine, into the chasm, and then barrel rolls, and then stands straight up and turns around, and in his hand is a sack full of more snow apples. He says, hi, good morning. Oh wow, you're all awake now.
Good morning.
You like the snow apples, so I got you more.
With chattering teeth, Chiron's like, of course we're awake. You just screamed Geronimo and jumped off a cliff.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Are you okay?
I think Chiron needs good chili pepper. And Brick reaches out with this rotted, disfigured chili pepper. Sorry, it's been in pocket for a while, but it'll help.
Thank you. I'll pass. And he hands it. He hands that pepper back. Mm-hmm. It's like mine are a tropical people.
Mind you, Buntus is literally in just long sleeves, on like some pants, and has like some hiking boots on and stuff.
I want to. I wear a scarf. I'm gonna quickly unthread it and hand it over to Chiron and be like, "Do you want this?"
I just need to get moving.
Okay.
Can't you make magic fire?
My people like fire.
Can't you make magic fire?
Sort of.
It's not quite the same.
It's not hot?
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it makes a perfect sense.
Fine.
So
Thank
I
you,
got you.
Buntus.
He tries again. He's like, I got you snow apples, because you like them and you said you wanted to cook with them, and this is about enough to make some cider. It's like way too many. It's like so many snow apples. You do not need that much to make cider.
Can I grab one
look
and
over
munch
at
it?
Brick.
Yeah, you munch it, and I forgot what I said they taste like. Oh yeah, somewhere in between a kiwi and like a dragon fruit and stuff like that. That's kind of where it is.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. These are really good. Thank you, Buntus.
Yeah, they really are.
I lean over to Brick. Brick, do you think you could do something with these apples?
Of course I could. I can make
Something
excellent
delicious.
dish. How about you like apple pie? I can do this thing.
It's been a very long time since I've had apple pie.
Oh,
I seem to remember liking it.
How
Badru, I
is it
think
gonna
I
make you to whip up a pie?
give me 1 hour, we good to go. Or we wait, I gather my resources, what I need,
Hour.
and the next time we
Let's-
stop for break, I make apple pie.
Sure.
It'd
In the
even be
meantime,
good
I
to
can make everyone
have it
some
warm.
warm tea.
Please.
You got it. I will start a fire and get another pot of tea boiling.
Yeah, in the short time y'all have known Chiron, he has never bitched this much about the accommodations.
Buntus kind of looks at you guys like, I feel like I should be cooking. I'm the host.
You're the guide.
The guide.
Oh.
It is more
Personally,
important.
I
It is
got
more
the
important
Buntus
for you
book
to
up.
let us know things that we should and shouldn't be eating. You know, things of that nature. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's poisonous. Don't eat that. Things like that. Letting us know if there are animals that we need to avoid. Things of that nature.
Yes, leave cooking to break, I take the review.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. Do you need anything else? To
Buntus,
cook?
have you ever done this before?
Done what?
Been a guide?
Uh-oh.
No. They wouldn't
Ah.
let me. Kind of like looks around at you guys
Why?
like,
You are a perfectly friendly young man. Why would they not let you do this?
I mean, I try to be friendly, and I think that's why they don't like me.
Oh, right. They did seem rather, what is the word? Brash. Abrasive.
Yeah.
That is the word. Abrasive.
Abrasive, yeah.
Frost
How are
giants.
you feeling, my friend?
I
Like
like
rock.
them.
Looks over at Brooke.
me?
Yes, you. You were having some stomach troubles last night.
What? Stomach
Hoping that
troubles?
you
No.
are-
Who?
And
Me?
I,
No, I
you were
feel
having
great.
some, and I give him like a wink, like you were having some stomach troubles last night.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I was having stomach troubles.
Do you
Master
wink with
of
the
this-
eye facing all of
Yeah.
us?
No,
Uh-huh.
no, I do not.
No, I was asking Brooke.
I
Oh,
do. I do.
The master of deception over there.
I know
Yeah.
better than to ask that question of Badru.
Yeah.
He even says wink, like,
Wink.
yeah, stomach troubles, wink. Did you say wink?
Why are you saying wink?
I didn't.
The bubble goes up right in the middle, like,
Oh,
You,
oh, oh.
oh, that is very nice. I start steeping the tea in the boiling water.
But this
Very
is
nice.
Buntus doesn't 100% understand like the social cues of what's going on. And so Buntus is like, I've never had snow apple pie. I've only had meat
Oh.
pie.
Well, you are in for a treat, I promise. Not only is apple pie delicious, but when I use my grandmother's recipe, it'll literally knock your sandals off, I promise you.
Not literally. Not literally.
It's a figure
not
of
the
speech. If you're not
the
wearing
figure of
sandals, it
speech.
will still work, yeah.
Don't listen to them.
Your-
Your sandals
whatever-
are come
whatever-
off, I promise.
Whatever shoes you are wearing will stay on unless you want them to come off. It is consent.
I don't have sandals
Consensual
on.
shoes coming. Oh,
What is he wearing?
He's wearing like hiking boots, kind of like
boots.
Well, that is problem number one. You're not wearing sandals.
Do you remember where we are, Rick?
Yes, we're climbing a mountain. In
Do you
snow.
really
What
think
problem?
that sandals are an appropriate choice for climbing a mountain?
You don't?
He's from the mountains.
I don't.
I'm not.
Right. I forget
Like,
that you are from the mountains.
Children in peaks run around in sandals in mountain peaks. They're unique shape, good for getting into wedges. It's great. Don't know what you're talking about. But I can promise
I am not.
that
I am not from the mountains, so we do not have. It would be more of a problem for me and anyone else not of the mountain type to climb a mountain with sandals as opposed to boots. That's all I'm saying.
you're a strict lowlander. That's why you need to go to peaks more often.
Pass, thank you.
Buntus is just kind of
What?
looking at everyone like, I don't understand.
Rick is just offended when Chiron says pass.
Short doses. Some of us lowlanders prefer to be airsick. So what's the
That is
plan?
Well,
Are we just gonna munch on apples and take off? Because I know we got a lot to do and not a lot of time to
Apples
do it.
and tea.
Apples and tea. Apples and tea.
Yes, as soon as we get some warm food or something in us, we can
and then
get moving.
we'll plan that when we take good rest and give our... And he looks down at everyone's shoes. Your feet of rest, we make you delicious sweets, okay? Let's just do this thing.
And I will pour from the freshly steeped pot a nice heaping cup of tea, and I will hand that cup to Chiron. He'll go, my friend. Warm up in good health, yeah?
He takes a gulp that most of you would be like, bruh. he's just like,
Please, hang on, it is hot.
yes, it is. And it is glorious.
Badger, I'll
Thank you,
try some of that
Badger.
tea if you don't mind.
How
sharing.
your tongue is? Yes, go right ahead, please. I made enough for everyone.
It comes with the horns, Badru. And then another few sips. And then he starts sipping it, as one would generally drink tea.
It is a tiefling thing. I see.
At this point, Buntus is kind of like, looking at you guys, looking at the sun, looking at you guys, looking at the road. I think we need to get going if we're gonna make this in 2 nights.
Yes, that is a good idea.
Yes. Okay.
Gonna take one of the apples and kind of start munching on it. Oh my goodness! Why is this so wonderful?
They're
These aren't-
really good.
They're not poisonous, are they?
So good.
No, they're not poisonous. I didn't poison anything.
No,
I am
no.
still alive.
No, hold on. Are
Aren't
they
I?
poisonous does not mean that I'm asking whether or not you poisoned them.
Oh, okay.
He
No,
leans
no.
over to Mordecai and says, he's not very sharp, is he?
Mm.
Although,
That's okay.
He will
That's
hunt
okay.
that in.
Buntus, if you did poison them legally, you have to tell us. So
If we ask you, you have to tell us. Yeah.
you have to tell us if we ask
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't. I
you.
didn't.
You poisoned? Oh, right.
No,
I flashed the badge again.
Or no, yeah.
You have to-
I'm
you really
so
have to tell it.
confused.
That was
Yeah,
a miscommunication there. You said
No,
yes.
I understand. I understand. No, I didn't poison them, guys. I promise. No, I wouldn't do that to you guys.
Okay.
That's not even what I
Alright.
was asking.
You're
Okay.
you're my
I know.
first.
Buntus, I've got a question.
I was just going with the bit. It was a funny.
Yes.
You said
Oh.
you didn't poison. Did somebody else?
You
something?
didn't poison,
Here we
okay.
go.
Okay.
No,
Buntus, it's time to come
Stop.
clean. Who poisoned these apples?
We're going to end his brain if we keep up with this.
Buntus is literally like now really stressed out. He's like,
Yes.
and he like
let's-
eats one of the apples, and he's like, no. By the way,
No,
these
they're
apples are like
poison.
the thing is that the apples are like the size of like grapefruit or like watermelon or not watermelon. What are the other ones? Melons. They're the
Cantaloupe.
size of melons.
No.
As soon as you say, no, wait, that's poison, he's like, oh God, no, it is poison. Wait, what?
No.
What?
And I will go over
What
there and
is
pat him on the.
happening?
I will pat him on the arm gently. I think they were just trying to have fun with you a bit. It's not. Nothing is poison, my friend.
Yeah, it's a little friendly
Are
haze, and
you
that's how
sure about
we welcome you to the group. It's all in fun.
Oh, no. Hazing, yeah. And he looks like quite uncomfortable, and he's like, okay.
Like that
Yeah.
joke about eating us and stuff.
Now you are truly one of us. There's got to be a better way to make someone.
Oh, for the love of Ozuth.
Hey Buntus, while we start walking, can you just tell me about like the best thing you've ever cleaned?
An airship.
That's a way better answer than I thought you were gonna give.
Yeah, I was definitely not expecting that.
I thought you were gonna say like the coldest, dampest corner of a cave, but this is very cool.
So,
What are you doing on an airship, my friend?
as you guys are walking, Buntus gets really excited. He's like, so, one time we had visitors from one of the territories that actually owns an airship. Like the ones that were made by the air genasies before they went extinct. It was so cool. There were like glowing ethereal lights everywhere, and the whole thing was powered by like magic and the weave. It was crazy. So whenever these things fly, they don't actually fly like by using air currents. They use the weave currents to weave around the world. It's insane. They tried to explain it to me, but I just spaced out. But wow. Loxodon are dirty. Loxodon are dirty, dirty creatures.
Yes, they are. You have to give their trunk good, thorough cleaning, or it does not taste good.
So,
Never mind.
that was...
Never mind.
No.
I'm
I
sorry,
don't
what?
want
Like, Buntus gets
No,
what he just
don't-
said. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
Don't make him go into it.
Okay. But it's this airship that, like, normally airships they fly on the air currents, but it flies on the weave instead. And so a lot of the different components had to be lubricated with like magic oil, and so that would create like disgusting puddles that would sometimes like become alive from like stuff growing in them. No, I'm serious. He's like super fucking excited. He's like, there was this one time that I had to clean this rotor, and whenever I was cleaning the rotor, there was a giant puddle underneath, and I was like, oh shit. And then the other guy that was cleaning it was like, that's actually magic oil from the sea in the Feywild. And I was like, oh my god, the sea in the Feywild. So I touched it, and whenever I touched it, it ran. A little blob came up and ran away from me. I had to go catch it.
It was alive.
Yeah. Do you guys know about the sea in the Feywild?
I have not been to the Feywild.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to the sea in the Feywild. So, the sea in the Feywild has some of Simone, the goddess. I'm not on the right page. Simone is the goddess of arts and life. And her blood is literally what creates life. Right? You know what I'm saying? It creates.
I have heard this, yes.
And so one time, a god stabbed her. And so she bled, and then the blood bled over into the Feywild and into the ocean in between the two islands of the Feywild. And then if you go put your boat through it, vines will start. And he's like super into it. Vines will start growing out of your boat. It's mind blowing.
Badru has taken out a pen and a notebook and is writing down every word for word what he's saying. This is a fantastic story.
Yeah, so apparently this god stabbed her because they wanted to be the only god or something like that, and they become way too powerful.
That's insane.
I don't really know. But so if you go to the sea in the Feywild, you can actually collect magic blood, magic oil. Well, they call it oil, but it's really blood. And then you can put it on certain devices to make them work better because you give them life. But then whenever it drips down, apparently whatever fungus is growing there, it brings it to life. So I had to chase a ball of life blood fungus.
What?
It was so cool.
I just had to say, Bodger's response is how I listen to my toddler tell a story. That's crazy. What? That's insane.
That's essentially how Buntus is acting right now. He's essentially acting like a toddler.
The rambles.
I feel like this is not an accident.
I had to clean a bunch of life blood fungus back at my job too, but it was different from that. It wasn't. It was a lot grosser than that.
I feel like it is way different than that.
It's pretty different.
I've pulled fungus out between toes before.
It certainly smells much worse.
Yes, very bad.
Oh no, the blood fungus smelled like death. It was horrible.
You should be in a brothel after hours.
Did you work in a brothel? And he looks at Brooke.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It is true.
Ew.
You got to have good broth.
Yeah. It's gross. It's real gross, man.
Well, the company's usually good at the better ones.
Oh, absolutely.
That's true. You get what you pay for.
You get staff discount too. It's sweet.
That was something
that just reminded me.
That took me a second.
That just reminded me of
it was.
That just reminded me of a comment of a conversation Jack and I have had and I totally forgot that it existed until just now.
Which conversation was this?
Where he's actually he's super Jack or Brooke is actually super sought after, and he'll only take the really good clients.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was such a funny conversation. Anyways.
For a second I was like, what conversation? What did I say?
If as there's a break in this, Chiron is going to kind of tap Sathrin and just are you hearing this bit about Simone in the Feywild?
Yes. It's so interesting to find how much people do know and how much people don't know.
So does any of that line up with anything that you've heard before?
Why, yes, you've actually met the person one half of the person who stabbed Simone.
Oh, dear.
Yes. Quite interesting how things tie around to each other.
Excellent. Very good, then.
Buntus, just real quick, while we're walking and talking, where, if one was so inclined, could one find an airship? Like the nearest airship, potentially.
That's a good question.
Well, you guys are going to Corinne, so there's a couple of airships there. They're mostly reserved for, the elite or for armies and such. The herd of Steady Step, which is way over on the coast, way over there, they have a lot of air genasi technology. Yeah, air genasi technology, and because they have a lot of that kind of stuff, and they kind of hoard it and don't let anybody else have it. They have some very interesting things, and that's how there's the ship that rides on the currents of the weave instead of the air. But what airships were you taught? What airships do you want?
The least guarded one? Just
Oh my goodness.
taking notes for somebody might ask. I'm just curious.
You're asking for a friend, no? And that friend's name might happen to be Mordecai. I understand.
He's from out of town. You guys wouldn't know him. You haven't met him.
Sure.
Let me rephrase my question. Is there a chance of us running into an airship on this excursion in and out?
Not this excursion, no. And then you see
run into it if it flies.
You see for a second, Buntus gets kind of a shit-eating grin on his face and kind of chuckles to himself and then kind of just to himself, and then he kind of lets it go.
That was
Alright.
That was a laugh. But there was something funny there, wasn't it?
No, it's nothing. No.
Nothing.
Why don't you tell your friend,
or
Badru? Come on,
something. Yeah. Was it nothing or something?
So, well, if you could get it running again, my uncle has an airship.
Which end of the pass is your uncle on?
He's in the capital.
Oh.
He kind of like looks at you guys. He's like,
Of
of the strongholds.
oh,
It's not heavily guarded.
all right, I'm back in.
It's kind of just in his hoard of treasure.
Oh, so it's not like his personal airship. It's just something he's got. It's like
He
He's
took
got
it
laying
as
around.
he took it as a trophy from the it's a spy ship. It's a smaller compact airship that can normally carry like 10 people, and the dwarves were going to use it to assassinate him, and then he killed the dwarves and took the airship as his prize. So that is
cool.
that.
So to recap, there's a lightly guarded, small stealth-style airship. Just taking notes. Smoke coming out Mordecai's ears.
You're
Yeah,
right, my friend.
it's
That
my
doesn't look healthy.
I've always had a thing. I've always liked airships. Always thought they were kind of neat, and knowing all this information is just kind of great.
he kind of gets really awkward. I just want to say though, before like you do anything, it does belong to my uncle, and my uncle is the captain of the Giants.
Yeah,
And then he gets like
I-
real fucking quiet again. And you see like he like slivers into himself.
Your uncle's the captain of the Giants?
Yeah, like
Like the captain of the captain of the guard, the captain of
like the king.
oh.
Yeah.
Your uncle's the king of the Giants? That
I
seems like something
mean,
that could have come up sooner.
yeah, he doesn't really like me though. He kind of disassociated from me, so it's okay. I mean, like you don't have to worry about me.
So he's disinherited you.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
Really good way to get back at him for something like that. We'll talk later. It's not important right now.
Yes, I'm very interested.
Well, I'm just saying, walking takes a long time, fellas. And we just,
I just give Brooke like a look. It's like
We do have a lot of ground to cover.
how much faster? Would
Or
it be?
potentially air to cover.
Yeah. We might have to talk about this later, Buntus. We just spitballing.
Hey, Brick.
Are there any ways to get into? Sorry, go ahead.
Trying to like diffuse the moment. Brooke is like, "Hey, Brick, because I'm like short, right? Am I like
Yep,
more airsick than the other lowlanders, or am I just
well,
as airsick as the other lowlanders?"
I'm
because
gonna have to
already-
be honest. Once you get out of mountains, it's all pretty bad. Though I would
Okay.
avoid oceans if I was you.
Okay.
Hey,
so, like,
hey, Brick.
Okay.
I have
Yes.
a question. How long have you been away from the mountains?
He kind of just thinks for a minute. He says, "Oh no, long enough to be affected by the air sickness. This is
Oh,
no
no.
good."
Well, then you too are an airsick lowlander. Is that not so?
You are very wrong, my friend. Listen here. Let me tell
But
you a
you
story.
have been affected. So now you are one of us.
As this is all going on,
He just everything in his facial expression is just like a look of shock, and he says, "You know, there was more than once I had to reference my cookbooks."
Oh man. Oh
And
shoot.
And it just kind of dawns on him that, oh no.
Rick is having an existential crisis in the middle of our.
In the middle of scheming to
You're a white
build an
airship.
airship.
Buntus not understanding any soldier because he's like, I've actually never left the mountains. It's really fun in the mountains. I like it a lot.
So technically, you could call all of us seasick are airsick lowlanders. Good
Yeah,
news.
you'll be
Well,
the
you're in
only
the
one
mount.
who's-
Well, you're in the elevated area right now, so technically you're not airsick right now.
Breathe it. And you see Brick is just start breathing in as much as he can. He goes,
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Catching some of it in bags. Like, to save this for later.
He's putting air in his pockets.
If you do that too much, you are going to go faint, my friend. Don't you calm your breathing. Do a hyperventilation.
Very
that is never a
concerned.
fun time.
I don't know how I feel about Brooke bringing that to my attention. It's
That you
not
are an
good
air-
thing.
That you are an Essex lowlander. I mean,
No, that I am mutating into one. It's unacceptable.
Mutating.
Hold on, I
think-
don't want to be associated with this memory in case it like makes you just associate me with mutating. So don't link me to this. This is not my
Are you-
doing.
Why would I not link it to you? You started it.
I
If
didn't.
it wasn't
I was
for
asking
you,
about
I
me.
would not be an airsick lowlander. This is very big problem.
Except
Oh.
you kind of already are an Essex lowlander now.
Yeah.
You've been away
Listen,
from the
hey,
mountains for
hey.
too long.
Hey,
No, he
alright.
listen. He is
I
not
don't
an
know.
Essex lowlander. You shut your mouth, Bertram.
So, hey, Brooke, how's Bugless doing?
We had a long rest. I gotta feed Bugless. That's right.
Do you baby bird him? Like you gotta chew up some apple and then just like.
Oh,
What
I
is
mean,
he-
probably.
what's he
I
eating?
probably do have to like
That-
mush it up a little bit.
No,
That is kind of
you're
gross.
giving. He's a fucking spider. You give him a cricket, a dead cricket, and then he makes a cocoon, melts it, and then sips it up.
I don't have any crickets on hand. Uh-oh.
No, you got crickets.
Did I?
You got crickets in the town. I thought you did.
I thought you did too.
Did I? Okay,
I
maybe
very
I did.
remember
I mean,
having the
it's-
conversation of eating the
I didn't
crickets.
write them down.
Yeah.
I
I
very
didn't
much.
write it down.
Okay, well,
That's
I
fine.
very
I
much
can-
remember
I
how the
can do it.
conversation of Brick wanting to eat the crickets, and then you were like, "No,
Yeah.
they're for Douglas." I remember this conversation, so we're gonna say that you
Okay.
have them. It's totally fine.
I need to do a little roll.
Go ahead and do an animal handling roll.
Uh,
Oh dear.
I'm
Go
still
for
not ready.
Bugless.
Brick is gonna watch anxiously for him to drop it.
So you give it to Bugless, and Bugless immediately takes it, and he goes into your little forearm piece that he's made his home in, and he starts wrapping it in a cocoon, like he starts wrapping it in a cocoon.
It's so weird and gross that he lives there.
That's a really cool bug.
But also, very,
small,
very
though.
fascinating.
It's small though. You guys, is that the size of bugs down in the valleys?
Wait,
Sounds
what
you
size
make-
are your bugs?
Do you make them bigger here?
Of course they
Yeah,
are.
we
What
have
was wrong with you?
big bugs. Do you know what a remoraz is?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
this
Do
thing.
Oh.
I have,
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
eaten,
Not
I
know.
have eaten giant centipede.
Yeah, that's
Now,
what our
leftovers.
bugs are like.
I'm sorry. How? No. No.
A remoraz
Like-
is like a is like a 10-foot long then like maybe like 2 feet wide, 3 feet wide centipede that is warm to the touch.
I am going to bill.
Tail.
I am going to bill you for my therapy.
I don't
You
know what
listen-
therapy is.
It's easy. You back in mountains when it gets cold, you chain them up and wrap them in circle and sit inside. Perfect. Keeps
Right.
them warm. So if they get loose, you're in lots of trouble.
So
I'm gonna
That
convey that
sounds
mental
like
image to Leopold so he has something to keep an eye out for.
Mhm.
So that's something I don't want to run into.
yeah, you don't want to meet a I don't think any of you want to meet a remoraz. They're not necessarily.
Is that a concern with where we are right now?
I don't think so, because there's a village nearby, and they don't really like the villages, because we'll eat them.
Oh, so they're scared of you.
In large groups, I imagine.
Yeah, in large groups.
Just walk real heavy. Scare 'em off the
Sometimes,
walking dead. Like bears, right?
sometimes
Quadru-
though.
remind me not to eat at any of the restaurants in this village.
Sometimes though, what's
I
really
want.
cool is that you can actually ride a Remoraz. One of the things about my uncle's army that is like the coolest and was really cool growing up, but I didn't get to do, was that they would actually like capture young Remoraz whenever they were young, and then they would train them, and then they would ride them into battle, and it was really cool.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
That sounds horrific.
Sounds like the title. That sounds like an idea for a good book. How to Train Your Remoraz.
I would like to give my inspiration to Patrick.
I would read that book.
Well done.
If you.
When I am done adventuring, you watch out. I'm going to write that one. That one is going to. It almost writes itself. No.
So as you all continue your walk for the next couple of hours, nothing really mind-boggling happens. But whenever the sun gets like midday, Leopold like ding 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 senses to you that there is something up ahead.
Oh, hey everybody! Might want to hold up a minute. I'm gonna. Yeah, Leopold's letting me know that there may be something up ahead. Give me just 1 second. And I just close my eyes and I'm gonna look through.
All right.
Leopold.
Yeah.
Freak
So
Buntus out.
you look through Leopold's body, you'll look through Leopold's eyes, and what you see kind of down below is what is clearly and distinctly 3 bodies that have like coats on them, and there are pieces of their body that have been maimed and like broken off and stuff. It definitely looks like maybe like a wolf attack or like a bear attack, something like that. But there are 3 dead bodies, kind of up front.
Does he see anything, tracks going somewhere or anything like moving around?
You don't really see tracks, but it has also been snowing all day.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, so they look
Rick
kind of.
is
They're not
gonna-
fresh.
Brick is gonna walk up and medicine check too after that.
Well, I don't
You
think we've
guys,
seen them
you
yet.
guys can't see them. Only Leopold can see
Oh,
them.
just Leopold. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking through the.
So yeah,
Okay.
he kind of like glides in a little bit closer and scoops down, and it kind of looks like they're kind of frozen. They're a little bit frozen, maybe overnight kind of a deal, you know.
Great. That doesn't seem ominous. All right, so I'm gonna.
Unless
shake
you
loose.
like actually unless you actually like sit there and like observe. It's not going. You're not going to be able to, and by that I mean do a check. You're not going to be able to get like exact information.
And plus, Leopold's probably not the most reliable for like.
Right.
So I'm gonna shake loose of Leopold and have him keep an eye out for something, and just share with the party. Like, so there are 3 bodies up ahead a ways. I don't remember how far he said. They look like they've been there for a while, but they also look like they got attacked by something. So we may want to keep the volume down, eyes open, heads on swivels, and so there's that. Buntus, lead the way.
How
We'll go up
far do they look?
We can give them a check. How far ahead? Yeah, that's a good question.
Not
how fresh
too
are they?
far. Probably like 2 football fields. So
Okay, 100
for
feet.
the European, like 200 feet. Enough to where you can like barely, like now that you know that they're there, you can make out the black dot in the whiteness.
Yeah. 2 football fields is 600 feet?
I meant 200 yards.
Yeah.
Stupid. math.
200, yeah.
Sports
200
ball. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be that guy. It's just a big that's
But
just
yeah,
a big
like-
difference.
2 football fields.
Gotcha.
So 600 feet.
Yeah.
So as you guys
American
begin
football.
to approach, you
Soccer pitch
see
and a half.
You see Buntus get really you see like Buntus is like, oh god, oh Jesus, why does this always happen to me? Did they do this?
Why does this always happen to
What is
me?
the
I thought
matter?
I thought you said we were your first group.
Well, no, the other guys, they do stuff like this, and like I don't know. They
This
like to
sounds
like
what?
leave things for me and like. You know what I'm gonna do? Actually,
Oh.
stay right here. Yeah, stay here, or we can get a little closer, I guess. But I'm gonna go. There's a village right there. There's a village right there. I'm gonna go see if Chabanya is in the village, because if he is, that's mine. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, stay here.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Nothing's gonna hurt you. There's nothing around here. No,
I had
there's
super good luck with that in the past.
no. I think they planted those bodies and killed those people, probably.
I'm gonna sit right next to the bodies, and as he starts walking off, I'm gonna start ritual. I'm gonna just start ritual casting Lehman's tiny hut just to give us somewhere to hide if shit goes sideways.
Wait, where are you casting this?
I'm just gonna go sit next to the bodies so that whoever wants to look at them can look at them, and I'm gonna pop up Lehman's tiny hut so that we can look at them in as much peace and comfort as possible.
Okay, cool. Where like what is like he starts climbing the ledge again. And like literally he has these little ice picks that pop out of on the bottom of his shoes. And he just like pick, and just like literally walks up the wall.
Man, I gotta get me a pair of those.
He's got some really good core strength.
I'll be back. You guys will be safe. I promise. Really. If any giants come by, don't tell them that you know me. Okay?
Giants come by.
Yeah, just don't tell them that you know me. He like runs off to the.
I don't believe him.
In the words of some of the kids from Yao, I has a concern.
I agree. Concern is bad.
Somebody check these
how
bodies
fresh
out.
do you think they are? I can do that. I'll go and
Just investigate them first, please, before you start.
Yeah, for freshness, right? That is what they said.
Sure.
Wait, really fast.
Look up.
Brooke, what are you doing?
Probably cowering by Mordecai.
Okay.
Cowering?
Well,
Is it a cowering situation?
Just nervous. I don't know.
Okay.
This is not an
Anxiously.
Yeah.
Anxiously hover.
So
Yes, that's it.
who is all like checking out the bodies?
I don't think I've got
Brick
anything
is
to add to that.
definitely.
I'll go check the bodies. I don't think I have anything special for that, but
I am
I'll
going
just
to
go
keep
check
an
it
eye
out.
out. I'm going to keep looking around.
Oh shoot, that's right. I don't have to wait 10 minutes. I can cast once a day. I can cast a ritual at its actual casting time. So I'm gonna just use the 1 minute casting time and do it right there. Since the homeboy just left us in the middle of nowhere.
Look at me! I'm a scribe.
I'm a scribe.
I fucking love that subclass. No, I am not giving you shit.
Who is making a medicine check? Sorry, I was waiting for a medicine check.
That's me. I was gonna say, do you want me to? Do you want me to? Somebody else rolling, I guess.
Either one of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll separately.
Let us do that.
Roll separately.
You said yes to a multiple choice question.
Yeah.
Hey, don't sass me, here, Cyclolander.
Okay, and Drew, medicine check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I have to say, it looks pretty fresh.
That's not what we're...
I will use my jack of all trades with that.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, that's not going to be great at all. With my +1, that's a whole.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
Badru, is it just me, or does this look really fresh? I say it couldn't be here more than 11 hours. It's still probably good, right?
Really cannot tell. I do not look at many dead bodies, or at least not ones that I have not made dead myself. So
here's how you can tell. There's not a thick layer of snow covering them, I think. Wait, did it snow?
Sure. It has been snowing all this time, my friend.
And look, yeah, see, it's not very thick means 8 hours, 9 hours. Not been that long. Perfect freshness.
As Chiron is like scanning the horizon, he just says to Mordecai, "They sound so confident."
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see if there's anything useful on the bodies since we know exactly how long they've been here. I'm gonna go ahead and pat them down and see if there's anything in there that we can take with us. If the warm clothes are still good, or if they got anything in their pockets worth holding on to.
Yeah, so you go like, I guess, start with the middle body, and as you move the coat to like start looking in the coat, you notice that the coat has teeth and a mouth.
Oh!
Excuse me?
Is this a
and I need everybody to roll for initiative, and I get a surprise round.
Fucking mimic coat!
One of my favorite
I just want to say,
Oh,
Alex, if this is a mimic winter jacket, that is
Dibs.
amazing.
Better, it is a cloaker jacket
Oh, that's even
and
better.
mimic bodies. Mimic dead bodies and a cloaker jacket.
Oh, well, at least I'm not stuck to it.
Now, one moment before you roll initiative. Just one moment.
Oh, but
I'm gonna make you re-roll that. I have to get.
I'm not gonna be
initiative.
sad about that considering what I fucking
no.
rolled.
Whatever will I do?
Oh, I know.
Just real quick, in my last campaign, my players found a ring in a cage, and it turned out to be a mimic baby. They put it on because my players were just like, fuck it, put it on. They put it on, and it dug its teeth in, and that's how it fed like a parasite until it grew. And so they had like a mimic as a pet, but it took a long time in the campaign for it to become an adult. It was super fun.
Feed me, Seymour.
So,
Feed me now.
go ahead and roll your initiative.
Right.
Mimic-
I will happily.
What is this shit? Damn it, Kyleron! I told you, keep your distance away from me.
I'm so sorry that the air sickness is invading you so.
It is. It's making me sluggish.
Oh God, that's
What
lovely.
the hell?
I love
My
that alert feat.
Dude, you're gonna lap me in the initiative order. You're gonna go
okay.
twice.
Hang
before
on.
I get to go.
That means I rolled a 19.
Sorry,
You're
can you
the
guys roll one more time? I don't know what's
Oh,
going
Yes,
on.
yes.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on, but it was not being what I
They
needed
were
it to be.
they were populating, but then they fell off.
Well, they populated, but then all of the goblins and hobgoblins populated. I'm like, why did you
Ooh.
populate?
All right, let me.
Watch Happy get a
19.
1.
Yeah, I thought
That's a little-
What was your old one,
Uh-huh.
Happy?
27.
Okay, I'll add yours to this 20.
Oh, you're gonna add mine?
I
Alright,
know what
sweet.
happened. I did not have mine selected when I rolled.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I'll take 16 over 3 any day.
Hey, Alex, can I have my 19 back?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say,
can have-
Brooke had a
You're gonna have your
19.
19, Mac.
Woo!
Like,
Thank you, thank you.
Cloaker and
For all
mimic
of them.
bodies.
I love it.
Besides gelatinous cubes, like mimics are like right up there my top favorite monsters.
Oh,
I don't even
yeah.
know what a cloak. Like, I'm not familiar with cloakers. This is gonna
They're
be
the
great.
ones that look
Is
like stalactites.
Oh,
No,
it's
no.
fun.
No, that's a roper.
That's a
I'm gonna
roper.
tell you right now, cloakers
Manta
are my favorite monster.
They disguise
Cloakers are my
themselves as-
favorite monster.
They disguise themselves as like coats and shit, but when they open up, they unfurl. They look like flying stingrays or something. They're
Yep.
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Whoa, these
But
things
yeah.
are creepy.
Did everyone get their initiative in?
I think so.
Yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and go in ascending and then descending. But as you know, the cloaker, because you guys failed your medicine checks, if you had not failed your medicine checks, you would have noticed that there was no snow on top of them because they were warm, so the snow was melting because they're alive. And then you also would have noticed that they had no smell.
Well, way to
But-
go.
Since that
Hey,
is
look,
not the
The
case.
air sickness is getting to me from hanging out with y'all. I think.
My poor
Your
baby.
fault.
Your
No.
lack of air sickness is also infecting your air sickness is infecting me as well. It's making me more air sick.
The way that this whole thing is going to go down is that as Happy, you pull back the cloak to see that there is a mouth. Before you are able to pull back, it is going to go ahead and bite at you.
Put the dome around them.
What is your AC?
Hold on one second. Sorry, I'm on my spell sheet. AC, I don't know, probably like 13.
All
I
right.
hope it's not so easy.
He goes ahead and grasps on to your hand, and you take a very measly 6 points of damage. I rolled very low. And whenever this happens, you I make 2 attack. One was bite.
Oh, jeez.
When this happens, you rip your hand back. The cloaker, letting go of the actual dead body that is there, the one real dead body, letting go of the real dead body. It then goes from being latched on to your hand to being wrapped around your head like a tourniquet, just totally smothered around your head. Its teeth latching on to your scalp. And it is going to, you are now blinded and you are unable to breathe. You can only make attack rolls against the cloaker that is attached to you. And you have advantage on those attack rolls. If I can detach myself.
Fireball. No.
I can detach myself, or a creature can use its action to detach the cloaker by success, DC 16 strength check. Now.
I just want to say, Alex, I was expecting an attack from outside, so I thought the hut was such a clever way to avoid that. But we're not trapped in here with them. No, wait.
We're trapped in here with them. They're not trapped in here with us.
And since they were in it when I cast it, there's no way to stop them from. Yeah, there's just.
I'm just double checking and making sure that I did that right, because I might have read wrong. No, the cloaker attaches to it. Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and try to stab you with my tail. I rolled a 1. I do not stab you with my tail, but I do proceed to wrap myself around your head. You are now deafened. You are now blinded. You can hear, but you are also suffocating. I believe you have 10 turns until you...
I'll be out of it in a second.
Suffocate. Now, that is going to go ahead and be that one's turn. The Mimic, which also gets a surprise round on you, sees the delicious ass that is a half-orc and just takes a little chomp out of it.
It is very delicious.
We're gonna, while you are turned around looking at this cloaker enveloping your friend, snip!
The succulent double thickness that is Brick.
I actually thought she misspoke when she said that. And I was like, no, I heard that.
There's a mimic eating Brick's ass? What the?
Yeah.
This is something very different show.
The cloaker
He
likes
is
it
dumb and
thick.
thick.
He likes it chunky.
The cloaker's giving me. Oh, I probably can't say that on the. Never mind.
By the
Mimics
way,
like big butts and they cannot lie.
By the way, they do change back to their true form. They are no longer, they now look like, well, I guess the Mimic's true form is like a dead body with a mouth on its stomach. And like the arms are like flopping beside it. All right, it's going to...
tonight, Alex, that's fine, thanks.
It's going to go ahead and take a bitey bite, and I got a 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I got a 24. So that hits you probably. Does that hit you? Do I chomp your butt?
Yeah, you got a big, meaty rump roast in his mouth.
All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you take 8 points. You take 8 points of piercing damage as the teeth sink to you, plus another. That doesn't make any sense. Plus another 3 points of acid damage as its tongue, and then you get the acid spit. I'm going there. You know what? I watched some of your live show, and we're just taking it there. All right, rounding back around now that everyone sees that Mordecai is suffocating. Brooke, what would you like to do?
Do I get to go first?
Nope. It is Brooke's turn, and then Chiron. They got a surprise round. Oh wait,
Wait,
No,
no.
you do get to go
You gotta
first.
There we go.
scroll to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I scooted over. I
I
scooted
really
around.
messed up. I done
Mordecai,
You rolled too
Mordecai,
well.
you are suffocating. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna misty step 30 feet backwards.
So are we inside his little magical bubble?
Not for as soon as I misty step, it's gone.
And you misty step.
Yeah, I had to double check and make sure it actually works to get me out of a grapple.
Does it?
Well, according to the internet, because it's cast on yourself and only you
Yeah.
teleport.
But the thing is that it says that it's attached to you. Max, can I get a rule check? So it says that it's you have to
Not
see
just
for Misty.
grappled?
You have to see for Misty Step and you're blind.
Oh, do I?
Mm-hmm.
Snizzle. I really remember really well.
Oh, my goodness, Alex. That
What?
is a damn tip of the night for me, man.
What?
A cloaker just totally shutting down Misty Step. That's awesome.
This is why they're
I
my favorite. I
did
love
not know
them.
that.
It's
I
like,
love
we got
them.
you, bro.
Cool.
Speak for yourself. They're violating
Don't
my
panic.
app right
Don't
now.
panic.
This is the third time.
No.
This is the third time that I have gotten people with a surprise round with cloakers. They never suspect it. They never suspect the cloak. They never do.
They never do. Can
It's
I
amazing.
tame it? No, I'm kidding. All right, well we're gonna go simple with a mind sliver cantrip because I'm assuming I can see it since it's wrapped around my face.
You are blinded, so you cannot see it.
I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
I could fireball it, but I don't think that would be very good. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to like grab it and try to yank it off of my face. Not punch it. I'm not strong enough to do that. My strength
Do you
sucks
not
anyway.
have any spells that are like a single target damage?
I have to be able to see whatever I'm shooting. Like mind sliver, it has to be a creature I can see.
Okay.
Toll the dead.
What about magic
Creature
missile?
you can see.
Ooh,
I don't think you have to see for magic missile.
I think you might actually.
That you can see.
It just doesn't
Yup.
require line of sight.
Yeah,
This
there
is-
are very few spells that do not
Uh-oh.
require sight.
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and roll a d20 to see if you punch it. You have advantage.
Oh no, I was just gonna try to yank it off, not punch it. Just like try
Oh
to rip it
yeah,
off.
you
That's a strength check.
you have to make a DC 16 strength check.
With my -1, can I use one of my? I would also like to throw one of my inspirations in there too. Please.
Yeah, you all have inspiration right now.
Oh, I can't see it. Where is it?
Guys, cloakers are
no.
my favorite.
Oh.
Yeah, so you
You
start
rolled a 9
pulling.
twice.
You start pulling at this thing, and it's like leather. It is like there is no give, there is no stretch, and every time you pull, you feel the teeth just a little bit harder in your skull. Oh look, speaking of harder into your skull, I'm gonna go ahead and bite the shit out of you.
Oh no.
I have advantage. I hit because
Is that for me trying to pull you off? I get attacked.
no, it's
No, it was
because
just next
it's my
in the
turn.
initiative.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, that
All
sucks.
right. For that one, and then for the tail, I miss. Even with advantage, I miss.
Yay.
And so now we're gonna go
Huzzah.
ahead and do the bite, which is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10. You take 10 points of piercing damage as it sinks its teeth a little bit closer to your skull.
That's real bad.
I like to imagine that he has like one of his hands, like the hand that was like originally grasped is like this, and that's like what's saving him. Like, you know, the fact that his hand is like getting sliced into is keeping it from like getting a good grip on him. All right, Brooke, it is your turn.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
So, I'm gonna make a move right to around here. And then I think also with an inspiration, I too would like to try and get this thing off of Mordecai.
Go ahead.
Give me advantage and roll strength.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You rip the cloaker off. And then this is my homebrew rule with cloakers because I've run cloaker so many times. You get to throw him 10 feet in any direction.
Ooh.
Because if you don't do this, they immediately attach on to somebody else and it becomes way too difficult of a fight. This is how I get around this.
I guess I want to throw it towards Cliff.
Woo-hoo. You yuck this giant ball of just like squirming flesh leather shit. And as you chuck it, it unfurls and you can see that it's literally a coat that has a mouth across the back. Like it literally looks like a coat. Like anyone could have mistaken this for a coat.
Thank you.
Chiron, there's a coat with a mouth that is flying. Oh, you're not done? You're not done? I didn't know you were done.
No,
I forgot that you have multiple actions.
I'm a fighter. I got all kinds of
I
stuff
forgot.
I can do. I am going to draw my sword and frickin' stab this thing. Where's my sword? I'm just gonna two-hand it, man. I'm crazy.
Oh damn.
That's with advantage. My mistake is a 14.
With advantage, it's an 18.
I didn't mean to roll it with.
Oh,
advantage.
got it.
Which one are you attacking on again?
Cloaker.
Congratulations. You managed to smash the croaker.
Huge. I would like to. Oh god, sorry. It's been a while since we've done combat. I wanted to goading attack that as well, actually. So I will add superiority. Okay, hold on. So 7 slashing plus a superiority die, which for me is a D8, D8, D6, D8, D8. Slash 1d8. 7 plus 6 damage. And then the cloaker has to attempt a wisdom save, or it is aggroed on me.
A wisdom
I'm sure it
save
would
or it
be
is
anyway.
aggroed on you. 16.
Okay, well, yeah, I think that's gonna do it.
I'm trying to
I
find
mean, if your spell save DC is higher than mine, I'll be real confused.
Yeah.
So how many points of damage you just do?
Well, hold on. My saves are 8 plus my proficiency plus my strength or dex. No, it's a wisdom. Yeah, wait. What? That's. What is the save on?
What?
Must make a saving throw. I'm just checking what the save needs to be. But then I have here for my saves, I've got 8 plus proficiency plus strength or dex, which would be 11 plus 5 if it was strength, which is 16. But
Okay.
then it beats with a 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much damage did you do to the cloaker again? Sorry, I didn't have a piece of paper.
13.
13, and then we have mimic 1 and mimic
On a
2.
failed save. No. Okay, we're all good.
All right. Now that he has been successfully damaged, Badru, it is your turn.
Very good.
We skipped
Hey,
me.
We did?
Yeah, we skipped
Yes.
Chiron.
It's Chiron.
I am so bad.
Also,
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
lost.
What had happened? You thought it was me, and then you went back to,
Yeah.
to Brett. That's fine.
I don't
It's
have.
okay.
I normally have a notebook that I take that I do all my stuff on, but I don't know where my notebook is, so
We
I
got
just
you.
have
This will.
No worries. Chiron.
Also, Brick isn't in the initiative.
Uh-oh.
Why not? Oh,
I don't know.
what was your
I
initiative?
I don't think. Yeah, God.
It was 16, but everybody doesn't like Brick today, so
They like your ass.
that's true. It does taste
well,
delicious.
that'll
It's
put
nice
you-
and meaty.
16 will put you ahead of me. So yeah, you're up.
Rick
Alright,
is
Brick.
thick.
Brick, it's your turn.
He is
Yeah.
true. He
Brick
likes
is
it
dummy
thick.
thick today.
He likes it chunky. Anyway, so Brick reaches into inside of his underneath his vest with his apron and pulls out a nice big container. He pops the lid off, puts some of this green shit in his mouth, and it goes, "Let us get cooking." And he's going to rage. He's immediately going to grapple the creature in front of him and looks at it as,
A mimic?
"You are sticky icky, my friend. But I am not stuck to you. You are stuck to me." So I don't know if that requires a grapple check. 'Cause I think as soon as I touch it, it's stuck to me. But I definitely want to be the one that's in control. So you want me to go ahead and make athletics check?
So it is a shape changer. It can turn from its object form or its true form. It is currently in. I guess it's currently in its object form. So yes, you do not have to make a check. It is attached to you.
Okay, I've got the hold of it. He says, "You guys deal with flying blanket. I've got this," and he's going to move over and then take this one with him and grab the other one.
So here's the deal. I'm actually gonna have you make contested grappling checks because it would grapple you. So now you're fighting for the grapple. So just contested grappling checks. Never mind. I rolled a 7. You grapple it.
Yes, I've got this beach.
All right, go ahead.
And then I move over and I'm gonna grab the other one too.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right, another contested grappling check.
I've got this. You cannot beat me, you punk ass beach.
Okay, I rolled a.
I'm gonna turn you into stew.
15. So you go ahead and grapple that one as well.
And then I am going to drag them away from my allies.
Okay. So I just like imagine this that like literally like the two mimics get super excited because like you're coming close, and so like they stick on you and then they start laughing because they stick on you, and then you like pick up the two bodies in your arms, and like they're only able to control like a certain section of the body, so the body's literally like ragdolled in your arms, and the mouths are like, what the fuck, like that's just what I imagine in my brain, is that you're literally just.
As he gets a hold of each one of these in each hand, he pulls them close and whispers very deeply. He says, I think you'll make a dish best served cold, my friends.
They don't know what you said, but they're very uncomfortable.
They should be. And with that, he's going to hold on to them. Is it possible for him to just turn around in place to hold them on the other side of him? Just rotating his body?
We can do that.
Awesome. I'm trying to keep him as far away as I can. So he goes, all right, guys, I'll deal with weak dinner. You guys deal with flying blanket. And that is the end. That's his move, his bonus, and his attack.
All right. Thank you so much, Chiron.
I thought you'd never ask. He points out at the cloaker and yells, "Frigus tactus."
Okay.
And it's a dirty 20 to hit.
Nice.
That'll hit.
9 necrotic damage as
Okay.
this shadowy hand coalesces out of the mist of the cold and grabs a hold of its tail and infuses it with that necrotic energy.
Yeah.
So it also can't regain hit points. I don't know if that's a thing that it can do, but at the moment it cannot until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. Badru.
Okay. Let's see. Badru is going to step around. Actually, he's just gonna run right up to the cloaker, and he's going to say, "Well, this is a fascinating turn of events, and I will send you back into the dock from which you came." And he's gonna thrust his hand at the cloaker and cast Inflict Wounds at 2nd level.
All right.
It. I'm going to use my advantage on that roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes away. And roll bean footage. Edit that.
I say that all the time. I really do. My Lancer game, I'm like, roll that
so
beautiful
excited.
damage. Ooh.
All right,
That
that'll
will be a
hit.
Dirty 22. And roll the damage. will be 14 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. 14 points. All right. As you, I like to imagine that your inflict wounds finds the necrotic damage that Chiron did, and just sinks it in a little bit more.
Yeah, helps.
Teamwork makes the dream work, brother.
Yeah.
That is what my grandfather would say. Yes.
The mimics are going to try to get out of this grapple.
They can try.
Well, one of them got a 19. So.
Not a big deal. I've got this. Okay, maybe not.
Okay. So, one definitely did get out of the grapple. We're gonna go ahead.
I get another roll, I think. Because I have advantage for raging, so...
You have advantage for raging? Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right,
so that would be the one, so I might still fail. Alright, there we go.
Yeah. So, this one is going to go ahead and get out, but of course it cannot take a turn. Because that is its turn, because it only has one action. Mordecai, I really like the idea of that it was just, like, so floppy and, like struggling and just struggling that it literally just, like wiggled its way out of your hands. Mordecai, it is your turn. You no longer have a cloak around your face.
Hey, yay!
And Brooke saved you.
Again, I think this is more than once for Brooke.
We need a tally of all the times Brooke has saved people.
Right. I'm just going to take one little step down here. I'm going to point at the cloaker, and I am going to cast... Oh, man. No, I don't want to risk that. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Oh, that's not how I do that. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
3.
That did not work. So he takes 1d12 necrotic damage. Because he's taking damage. Yeah, it's taking a bit. Hold on.
Actually, it would be 2d8. Because we're level 5. Or 2d12.
2d12. Oh, you are correct. Thank you. How do I roll again? /R.
Yep. And then 2d12.
Then
like
2d12.
literally the letter D.
Come on.
Who doesn't love the D?
That's not bad for a cantrip, man.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
But out of 24.
Yes, but
I'll take it.
Always look on the bright side, my friend.
Man, Toll the Dead is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Toll the
it's a hit as
Dead.
well.
Toll the Dead has
Powerful.
completely and utterly changed the course of fights for me. Fantastic! Cloaker time! How smart are you? You're relatively smart.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
All right, it's gonna go ahead and try to bite on to Badru. Badru, I got a 17 plus 6.
Okay, that will hit me.
That was a 23
That-
hit?
That will hit me. My
You
AC
take-
is only 19. Not 19. Only 16.
You take 11 points of damage as once again, just as before, the cloaker lunges at you and whips its entire body around your head like a tourniquet, and then whoop, becomes extremely hard like leather.
Okay.
You are now choking to death, and I am going to go ahead and I have advantage on you. You are blinded, and you are unable to breathe. And I'm going to go ahead and make a tail attack towards you. 13... Where is it? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18... Wait. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... No. 19. Okay, sorry. I'd hit you for 19. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and roll 1d8. Wow, nice. The tail is just so necroted
Necrosed?
Necrosed? Yeah.
Necroded?
The tail is so necrosed that it literally only does 3 points of damage to you.
Cool. I will take the just 3 points of damage. I'm still not looking great, but you know.
Hey, shoot, tell me about it.
I just like.
Yeah, that's nightmare fuel for me.
Yeah.
Truly. Like some kind of an animal completely like entrapping my entire head. Like
Claustrophobic, yeah, it's...
All right, Brooke. Your friend has now been encapsulated.
Yeah. I gotta throw my sword down and try and grab this thing off him.
Past tense of necrosis is Arby's.
Oh, I like Arby's.
They have the meat.
Right.
Yeah,
Even if it's
you can
rye.
rent the meats.
Okay. I'm gonna action surge and try to do it again, smile.
Smile.
That's
Hey!
better.
Hey.
That's a little bit better.
There you go. You go ahead and rip this guy off, and you have to throw him 10 feet.
I can throw him 10 feet again. I'm throwing him square at this wall. Suck on this.
You know what?
I'm throwing him at the cliff, point blank. Suck on this.
He doesn't take any damage. You're just throwing.
Oh,
You just
okay.
get a way to get him away from the party.
Oh, okay. I thought I could throw him like at it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. In that case, it's probably gonna do some good to get him. Maybe like 10 feet downwards, like south.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Note to self: do not go in close again. Oh, that thing smells.
You hear from the distance, not as bad as these ones.
Cool.
Neat. Okay, that's your turn.
Yeah.
Brooke, or I mean Brick. God, so many names.
So I would like to.
Brick, it is your turn. One has released itself from your grasp.
I intend to correct that. Uses action to... Oh, look at that. That's sweet.
Nice.
That's
All right.
nice.
I'm not even gonna
I
bother.
think I got a hold of it.
I'm not even
Nice.
gonna bother.
What are you from
There we
Philly?
go.
And so he's got a hold of both of these things. He's struggling with them back and forth. He's just gonna headbutt one of them and smash it to the ground and try to knock it prone.
Okay. I'm gonna go
All
ahead
right.
and have you make a.
Contested an athletics check, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
19.
literally rolled a 1. Which one would you like to go prone? The right or the left?
I'm a right-handed person, so we're gonna push the one in my non-dominant hand down to the left, and he'll just smash it with his head and knock it to the ground. And he says, "You remember your place around me, you understand." That is, and he's going to continue to move, so I'm gonna move up 20 feet again, pulling him away from my allies.
Wait, the one that's prone too?
Yeah, I can drag them both.
Okay.
And
Is
then,
the
of
one
course,
that's
he's gonna...
prone still grappled?
Yep.
Okay.
And of course he's gonna swing him around to the other side once again, increasing that distance.
Mm-hmm.
To keep him away. Because that's Brick's thing is, control. So he's shouting and yelling and starts whispering in their ears about the different things he's going to try, meals he's going to try them in.
Very uncomfortable mimics.
Yeah, he goes...
Very uncomfortable.
Mimics on stick.
I made a mistake.
He's like, no,
make
he's
him
not
into a
making
steak.
mistake. I'm going to make him into steak, right?
Yeah.
You can just change into steak.
I'm gonna slather you in butter. Just like, oh my
Oh.
god.
Season you with some salt. It'll be good, I promise.
The mimic's just like,
I gotta go. All right, is that your turn?
That's the end of his turn. Yep.
All right, Chiron.
I have to go. My grandmother's on fire. No, I'm gonna. We're gonna go again with the. Are we gonna do the chill touch again? I'm pretty sure we are. Yes, we're gonna go with the chill touch again on the cloaker.
Okay.
So once again, he points out and in his deep voice, Frigus Tactus.
Delicious.
Nice.
Nice.
Critical hit, my friend.
Ooh.
Let's get critical. Critical.
So that's and that could have been so much. I rolled a 1 on both crit. Oh my god. So that's 12. Works out to 12 necrotic.
Okay.
And that's why I homebrew my critical hits. I always say you roll 1 dice and then your second dice is just max.
Yeah.
Because it sucks when you do that, when you double 1 on a crit.
Like and I did on both crit rolls. Both dice on the crit rolled a 1. Yeah. Anyway, that's fine. It's okay.
All right. And now it is Badru's turn.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna use my bonus action first, and I'm going to turn to Brick, and I'm going to sing out to him, "Hey Brick, you can smash if you want to. You can leave those guys behind, because those mimics don't dance, and if they don't dance, then you kick their behinds." And you get a D6 inspiration die. Enjoy that, sir.
Take your fucking inspiration.
Thank
dude.
you, Badru. You actually see Brick is kind of, his ass is shaking to the beat of Badru's drums, man.
The teeth marks in the
lot.
pants.
I'll pull a
And then-
bit out of it.
And then Badger's gonna turn to the cloaker in front of him. He's gonna point his finger. You, sir, you grimy bastard. You are going to grovel. And he'll cast command at the word grovel. So he's going to. I need a wisdom saving throw from the cloaker. DC 14.
This guy's making so many wisdom saves.
Oh, I really wish I hit him with that spike.
I rolled an
Oh, me too.
18 plus 1.
Damn!
Oh
I
no.
failed. I really thought that was going. I'll turn to Brooke. I really thought that was going to work.
So did I.
Oh, you can't win them all. And Badru will just pull out his sword just in case. All right, ready for anything.
All right, these
And that was my
mimics.
turn.
I'm gonna be honest, they're pretty fed up with being grappled. So I believe I can still attack you while I'm grappled. I just have disadvantage, correct?
The only one that'll have a disadvantage is the one that's prone. Grapple just stops movement.
Okay.
But the one that's prone will have disadvantage because it's prone.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and
Bring it.
we're gonna go ahead and do the one with disadvantage, and that does not hit. No shit. But that is a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yes, that'll hit, I think.
All right, you take 8, 9, 10, 11. You take 11 points of damage round down. As the one that you're actually holding on to manages to get its tongue outside of your grapple and flicks a pseudopod at you. Bonks you in the head.
I take half because I'm raging, and he looks down at it and he says with a deep breath, "Let us turn up the beat, shall we? I don't even feel it."
I should have done bite, but it's too late. Anyways, Mordecai, it is your turn.
I'm gonna wipe the blood out of my eyes now that I can see a little bit better, dust myself off. I'm gonna slowly walk 10, 20, 30 feet right to here, and as I'm walking, I hold my hand out. Leopold swoops down, poops in my hand a little bit as I pull sulfur out of my other hand, and I clap them together, and I'm gonna cast Fireball
Yes!
just past the mimics so that they are on the edge of that 20 feet to avoid roasting Brick up too.
All right, go right ahead. Do I roll or do you roll? For
Dexterity saving
You have to
throws.
roll a dexterity save.
Each of them need to make a dex save.
I can
The one
take
that's-
it, Mordecai.
prone
I
has
can take-
disadvantage. The one
do
that's
not
prone
know.
has disadvantage. Justin? Dexterity
Oh, you're
save?
talking about
Yeah.
For the dex
yeah,
save.
for grapple? Yeah, for dex saves.
Oh, would
yes.
they both have it because they're grappled?
I think as
Or just
no,
the-
I think. Let me double check the.
I think that's the rule for.
I
prone.
really need to
If they're
brush.
both
You
prone.
know, every time we have a fight, I leave and I'm like, God, I really need to brush up on my grapple stuff because Justin told characters around grappling and I just haven't had it enough at my table and then I forget.
So all grapple does is reduce speed to 0. That's it. But the one that is prone does have disadvantage on attack rolls, and its attack rolls against the creature have advantage, but nothing about dexterity saves or anything like that.
Oh no, I'm thinking of stunning. I'm thinking of stun.
Stun.
I think
or-
I'm thinking
that
of
makes
stun
sense.
too. All right, well, the one that's prone fucking fails. 14?
I love how she says
No,
it.
16 is my dex spell
Yes!
DC.
All right, they both fail.
So they
Roast them.
come on.
That's not terrible. You
That's
only
not
rolled one.
worse.
You
That's
only
not too
rolled
bad.
1-1.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's like half their fucking... Is that literally half? No. Wait, 40. Almost half. So, the two of them... it's really, really crispy. And I don't know if you have ever had, like, fried cheesecake? Like cream
Say fried?
cheese? Cream cheese that's been, like, something that's cream cheese based that's been fried? That's
yeah.
what it smells like. That's what it smells
Oh,
like.
this will be perfect.
wow.
I cannot wait to eat this.
But it is still in the form of a dead body. It's just
This
smells
is
like
okay.
That's
fried
not going to slow
cheesecake.
him down at all.
What?
That's not going to slow him down even a little bit.
I know. All right. It
Alrighty.
is now Chiron's turn.
Nope.
It's now the Cloaker's
Cloaker.
turn. Now I'm worried that I'm gonna miss
No.
people.
We got you. We got
All
you.
right. Excuse me. I'm gonna get a ruler now for no reason.
That's
I knew I
okay.
should've
That's
hit
what
it
I always said when they caught
That's-
me with a ruler.
Yeah,
No reason.
Let's
Is
see.
this when I find out I should have hit it with Ray
a-
of Frost instead to slow it down?
All right, so the cloaker kind of whips its way around you real fast, Brooke, and all of a sudden, I wish that Max could come in here and do the scream that I'm thinking of because there's a specific scream that I'm thinking of. It's called pig screaming,
Oh, good
where
God.
it's like really back at the
yeah.
throat, gurgly, like his tongue, not pig screaming, not pig squealing. What is it? It's like tunnel. It's like tunnel screaming, but like worse because it sounds like there's spit in the back of your mouth. Yeah, that is the sound that comes out of this cloaker. You want to come do it?
Tunnel throat screaming.
I'm
Say no
That-
thanks.
That's what
I'm
comes
okay
out.
with
That's,
not hearing it.
that's
Wait,
what
we didn't
comes
hear
out.
it.
I bet Discord cut me out, but they could hear it,
Yeah.
but stream can hear it.
Okay,
Anyways, but
okay.
that's what comes out of his mouth. And I need everyone to go ahead and make me some wisdom saving throws, please.
I was really hoping you were going to say con save.
Yeah, anything but wisdom, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Could I maybe?
Boom!
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I would really like to know why Chiron knows what's about to happen. Like, is it
21.
like devil's instinct? Did Sathron say cover your ears? Like how, what made you know? You too, Baudru, what made you know to cover your ears? Like, how did you know what was coming?
Badger heard stories about these from his granddad.
Okay.
Nice cover. I love it.
Yeah, no, I'll say that, I'll give this one to Sathrin. I just hear Sathrin, oh dear, cover your ears.
Literally.
It just wiggles down over your ears a little bit. Like, whoop.
Sathrin just...
Yeah, so you let out this tunnel through stream, but everybody else, you are frightened until the end of the cloaker's next turn.
Okay.
And everybody who saved, you are now immune to cloaker moans for... I don't like that. You are now immune to cloaker moans for 24 hours. Ooh, okay. This is a spicy episode. I'm not gonna lie.
Cloaker moans and
Initiative.
Brisk.
Thank you for
We run
joining
away,
us.
right?
Initiatives and Intrigue after dark.
Alright.
Hours.
Wait, I'm really curious. Chat, could you hear Max tunnel scream?
Yeah, they said yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
By the way, is that a spell? Or is that an ability?
No, it is not. It is an action.
Okay. No reason.
It's a cloaker ability.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine. So yeah, everybody is now frightened. I do not remember what frightened does fully. And I can't look it up.
The creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within its line of sight. The creature can't willingly move close to the source of its fear.
Did I ever mention how much I fucking love this group? Chef's kiss to this group. Chef's kiss. All right.
People I hardly
Rick has got you
Googled that
covered.
when it goes-
We're gonna call it Brick's Kiss now. It's no longer
Yes.
Chef's Kiss. Brick's
Yes, it's Brick's kiss. All right.
The thick brick kiss of approval.
Brooke, you're scared.
Yeah.
You're scared, buddy.
Yeah. I'm still gonna try and pick up my sword and swing it at this thing, but I don't suspect it's gonna go well.
You have disadvantage, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never frickin' mind.
Why does that fit Brooke so well? He's like, ah!
I was gonna say he's just like blind panic swinging.
Why does that fit him so well?
Panic swinging and have it work.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always scared.
Yes.
Go ahead, 9 slashing. 5. 6, 4. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm dyscalculic and math is really fucking hard. Because I'm doing it manually.
Oh my god.
Well, if I don't do it manually, then chat can see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I have to do it manually. I have to do everything manually. I have to roll manually too. All right. Are you gonna use action surge? Do you have anything else?
It's all gone. That's it.
You don't have extra attack?
Oh, I have extra attack.
Yeah, you're
That's
level
right.
5, bro.
Let's do
I
it.
have extra attack with level 5.
Mm.
Do the
Okay,
thing,
then,
my
yeah.
friend.
I'm gonna extra attack for sure. Oh my goodness!
That actually hits.
Oh my god! 14 damage.
Just the fear swinging.
Kill it.
This is the most effective that Brooke has ever been in.
Scared? He's in
Yeah,
his
but
natural habitat.
Yeah, but
He's in
you've
his
always
element.
tanked very well. You've always tanked very well.
Yeah.
I have no
Charisma.
way because like I can show you guys because like that's how many hit points he has. That's how many how much damage you did, and that's how much damage he just did. You literally did. I can't show you because my thing is auto zoom, but you just did enough damage to kill him. So, how does the feared Brooke that was just reminded of his past last night and vomiting because he felt weird being a hero feel saving Baudru and Mordecai again from this thing that is very clearly very deadly?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I think that with like all the rolls behind that as well, and then the stuff that happened last night, I think he's swinging, and this thing is like long dead, and he's just still swinging the sword, and then he just kind of like it slips out of his grasp, but he's just like, it's like take a minute, yeah, he's like, oh.
Fear is my favorite terrain.
Don't frighten me. You won't like me when I'm frightened. Or something.
Glorious.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't think it's bold or heroic at all. I think he's in like full freak out mode.
Blackout.
He just doesn't want that thing wrapped around his head.
The cloaker, limp body lays on the ground. And it just seriously looks exactly like a coat. Like, it just really looks like there's just a coat on the ground. The only way that you know that it's not a coat on the ground is the way that it's kind of, like, leaning. You can see some of its teeth, because its mouth is a little bit open, but that mouth was closed. It just looks like a coat.
Will you stop dibsing things?
It has,
Never.
false appearance while the cloaker remains motionless without its underside exposed, so it is indistinguishable from a dark leather cloak, as in, like, even if you roll, because of the false appearance trait, it is just a coat. And that is why it is my favorite,
crazy.
because I have fucked so many parties with it, just like I did now. All right, Brick. Cheesecake.
Yes, Brick is very happy. He is going to use one action to knock other cheesecake meal prone. Because
Alright, we're gonna go
he doesn't like how this is going.
Let's go ahead and
Ooh.
I rolled an 18.
Okay.
So the
So
one
it does
that
not knock it prone, but he's gonna headbutt and try again.
Okay.
That's better.
Hey.
There you
You
go.
go down.
Oh yeah.
When I say you go down, you go down. Do you not listen to me? We've been having this
Oh.
conversation.
That is the wrong
There-
button. This button.
So now they're both prone.
They are both prone and
yes.
grappled.
So
I
do
just
they get
want you both-
advantage on
Yes.
Do I have disadvantage on ranged attacks on them?
Yes. Just
Yes, they're prone.
not saves though. Only attack rolls. So use saves.
I-
But all melee strikes or stand within 5 feet of it. It's basically attack outside of 5 feet, not necessarily ranged.
Okay, I need someone to make a gif of Dom's face. And like it's just like Brick. It's like, yeah, so just use saving throws. And then it's Dom going like this, and it's like complains and sorcerer.
Yeah.
I need this.
He
That's
goes,
exactly what that was, too. That was like
Complaints and sorcerer.
moment, yeah.
Kyron, I just want you to know,
It's
thanks
okay.
for putting up with me. Okay? Now he looks down to his next meal and he says, "Let's be honest. The two of you make a beautiful pair." As he headbutts it and knocks it to the ground again. He says, "All right, my friends. You have dealt with the jacket thing. Come, slice, dice, and let us dine."
I picture Brick like into gack and like pulling up every time. Like splat. Back.
And
Bobby
he's
just
gonna
turns his head towards her and it's like, I'm not eating that.
he's gonna swing him around and drag him in a circle, so it's more towards my allies now that the enemy is gone. So basically, just move him back to the other side of him.
Boop, boop, boop.
And he says, "Welcome to my buffet." And that's the end of.
That is gross.
That
is
the end
gross.
of Brick's turn.
So wait, so if I'm within 5 feet and I'm casting, no, because then I get disadvantage anyway.
Yep.
If I'm within 5 feet
Yep.
on a ranged.
Doesn't it offset it because you get advantage because it's prone?
No, not for a.
No.
If it's a ranged attack, he gets disadvantage if he's within 5 feet. And because they're prone, he gets disadvantage because they're prone.
Two disadvantages.
Because it's arranged. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
It seems silly to me that a ranger standing over something prone would hypothetically get disadvantaged to just.
All right, well, so
Once you
I'm just.
save, it's
What's
fine.
happening?
Yeah.
I haven't started investing in save things yet. It's okay. All right, so we're just going to this. I have the wrong thing. I'm gonna this one right here. I'm just going to with disadvantage. Frigus Tactus, and that's probably not going to do it.
No. No.
Yeah, the 9 is not gonna do it.
No, it's not.
Watch where you're aiming, my friend. Try using a dagger.
Don't
Get a
you
better
talk
look, my
to me right now.
Badru?
Badru will kind of walk forward a little bit, and under his breath, he will, while looking at this one here, he will mutter, "What the hell is that all over your face? Oh wait, no, that is your face." And cast Dissonant Whispers
Okay.
at first level.
That's a save,
So I
right?
need it's a Wisdom save, DC 16.
No. No.
Yeah.
All right, then you will take the full banana.
The full banana.
Heyo.
I beg
I
your
didn't realize
pardon?
again. I didn't realize this was this kind of show.
This is After Dark, bro. This is
this is-
spicy.
In the cinnamon drink after dark, for sure.
Um.
That will be 10 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
To
Cool.
that mimic.
That's some spicy psychic damage. Spicy psychic
Spicy.
damage. Oh my god.
That's right. I'm trying to bully this thing to death. This is the only time that bullying is permitted when casting Dissonant Whispers or Vicious Mockery.
All right. Can the mimics just get up? Or are you holding them prone?
So, by rules, in order to stand up, you need to use half your movement. While I've got them grappled, their movement
Right.
is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to break the grapple to stand up.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and try to break the grapple, and yeah, I don't think I broke it, but go ahead and I need one. One did not break it. I know one didn't break it. Can I go ahead and get a contested grapple check?
What can I say? That's how I roll.
Oh shit, I broke it.
Oh,
I broke one of them broke it.
this is not good.
So this one broke it, and then it's going to it is going to stand up, and it is going to run the fuck away.
How far can it get? Because it
1,
does still have to use half of its movement. to stand up.
5, 10. Wait, 15 divided by
It
it
can
can go
move.
here.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna
Look,
try to
get it.
run.
Quick, get it before I get. Do I get an op attack since it moved
Yeah.
away from me?
Yeah.
Oh! I am gonna try to give him the boot stomp as he's trying to get away.
Mm-hmm.
Do not forget that you have your inspiration brick.
Oh, can I can't use that after I know the result though, can I?
No.
I think I have to choose to use.
Not with Bardic, I think.
No,
Yeah.
so you can add it before or after you roll the d20, but not before you know if you're successful or not.
Yeah, and those numbers were high enough that I wouldn't even have done that anyway. So, but I will use it on this attack. So, I said I was gonna give him the proverbial boot stomp, but instead he's gonna whip out his chef's knife and try to slice off of that sweet cheesecake.
Oh,
And so I will use
for crap's sake.
I will use the extra D6 for the to hit.
Okay.
After dark. Sweet cheesecake, baby.
No, if I wanted after dark, I would have given him a good slam of my rolling pin.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
going to attack recklessly, which
Okay.
grants me advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Hang on, let me roll a d6.
Oof.
Oh, damn it. Oh, come on.
You still hit,
Did I hit? Yes! I thought I missed.
but I'm a little confused on your damage. Can you add up your damage for me?
7.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's not reckless damage?
No, it just gives me advantage, and anything that attacks me has advantage. No extra damage. The rage gets extra damage.
All right. Congratulations. You have murdered it. How would you like to murder it?
Oh, man, so as this thing is running away, Brick is like, you're not getting away. He pulls out, I should have did the rolling pin now. He pulls out his chef knife and quickly ginsu's his ass and slices him like bread, just in a barrage of strikes.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, yes, my friend. You will do very well. We're going to eat good tonight, my friends.
Yeah, he kind
I
of
am not eating
turns.
that.
He kind of like turns to like a jellyish material. Like
Oh,
it kind
perfect and
of looks
portable.
like jelly.
Perfect
I'll
and portable.
I'll scoop him up in vial later.
Oh,
All right.
You just scoop it up in Violator? What?
In vial. I'm gonna
Oh.
scoop it up in a vial
Oh,
later.
what is this
yeah.
episode?
I'm
After hours.
Violator, I hardly know her.
Oh God. Mordecai, it's your turn. Yay, Mordecai.
Goodness.
Yeah, go quick. Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna like stroll up to this one, reach down and put a hand on either side, and then fire magic missiles right into it. At level 3.
Bloop.
Bloop. Which I don't think there's any save or anything, right?
Nope.
Not unless
No,
not unless it has the
they're
shield
auto
spell.
Oh, 3.
And the shield spell was that's just an auto miss on shield, I believe.
So that would
That
be.
was only for one missile.
Yeah, that's. Oh shoot! Yeah, you're right. One, and I did. Hold on, I gotta remember how to do this. 3 plus 1 for casting at a higher level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Oh
Dude, y'all's
Oh.
rolls today have an
my
ass.
god!
How
Is that
how did you roll 3 ones in a
being
row?
that one? I'm getting my dice next time.
No, yeah, you guys seriously use your dice. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11.
No, that's 9.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
9
okay.
damage.
Yeah.
9 force damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is still up and going. Cloaker done. Brooke, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
How you doing, buddy boy?
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I think, honestly, Brooke, like, trusts that these guys have this under control, and I don't think he can really get there and do much in the time it's gonna, take them to kill it. So, I think he's just kind of like, in movies and stuff where there's like a gross creature or body, and they kind of do like the little foot kick, and they're like nudging it and stuff. Brooke's now just like, kind of checking that this thing is definitely dead.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, kind of a useless round from me, but I don't think there's much I can do right now.
Don't apologize.
I
You're
just see
doing-
Brooke is in like that haze from like Saving Private Ryan when like
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah.
he's just kind of like the guy carrying his arm is just like out of it.
Brick
Mhm.
can take his turn whenever he comes back.
There he is.
And then oh, there he is. Never mind. Let me go back around.
It's fine.
All right.
What?
And Brick,
Is
go
that-
ahead.
Hold on. Wait for it. Oh, so Brick is down? Holy shit, that's crazy.
He didn't have his
They
earbuds
killed
in.
him.
You're muted.
Now go.
Killed
That
him.
sounds like bullshit. Like
No.
mountain.
It's your turn. You came back at the perfect time.
Oh, awesome. So Brick, there's one. Are they both standing or just one?
Just
I
one.
killed one, right?
You
Yeah, I
killed
gotta
one,
put
the
an
other
X
one
on
just
him.
took-
So he says, "I see you turned to jelly. Let me help you." And he pulls out his rolling pin and just starts beating the living hell out of this thing.
Go ahead.
Just
Go.
rolling
Yep,
it
yep.
over him.
He starts rolling it over top of it.
Yeah.
So if I just like click, I'm gonna attack recklessly too, which is If I click that, does that roll? There it is.
Oh my god!
The crit of the night.
Damn.
Yes! I
Merry
am rolling
Christmas.
Happy
And we
Christmas,
still
everybody.
we still managed to pull a nat 1 out of that crit.
That's funny. Then 2, 6, 1,
9? Yeah.
9. How do you murder it?
I literally am going to roll it out like dough with my rolling pin.
Yeah, as you're rolling it out and it's dying and it's like starting to turn back to its normal form, it actually really has the texture and consistency of like cream cheese. Like those blocks of Philadelphia cream cheese that are super like thick, but like you can still shape them. Like that is kind of the texture of a mimic in my mind. Yeah, that's kind of like the only thing is that it's a little bit see-through. It's a little bit clear. It's a little bit yeah, that is the texture in my mind.
Put it on a bagel.
And I'm never eating cream cheese again. Thank you.
I can tell you how my dad ruined mayonnaise for me.
Nope.
About not
Nope.
at all.
Nope.
Don't ruin that for me.
It actually works because we're with giants right now, so it works. Anyways, so just as you let in, that final blow, you hear bounding from above, dung 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 dung.
Yeah, this
and
mode.
then pokes his head over.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh god, oh jeez. Hey guys.
Everything's fine. I've got it.
Fireball left.
Well, so what's going on? I heard
We murdered the cloaker and the mimics.
Oh, they were mimics?
2 of them.
Yeah, crazy. Brick, you got a filleting knife?
Cloaker.
Brick, you got a filleting knife?
Of course I do. It is made from the bone of one of my greatest captures. Do you want to know what it is, my friend? I'm willing to tell you. It was my very first black bear that I hunted with my bare hands. You know, part of being in the mountains, they throw you out into the mountains. No family
I don't want the knife
support.
anymore.
You have to listen. When it's like that, you have to learn to make ends meet on your own and survive. I did this with the help of this bear. It's made nice cloak, it made nice meals, and it made excellent fillet knives. Here, and he also has very large-looking, thinned out bear claw.
Yeah, you can see Buntus. Buntus is now like gone down to where you guys are, and you can see like Buntus is quite upset. Like he's normally like tries to be cheerful and tries to look at the bright side. He looks quite upset right now, and he's kind of like looking at the cloaker and looking at the dead body. And now that you take a more look at the dead body, that dead body was killed in the last 12 hours. Like absolutely, the one dead body that was there was killed in the last 12 hours. And Buntus just looks really upset.
I'm gonna go fillet the cloaker up.
Oh, Buntus. Buntus, what's wrong?
I mean, it's not... I'm sorry that you guys had to get involved in this. I didn't think that they were gonna do something like this.
Which they are we referring to?
The other guides and the people who protect our borders. I'm technically my uncle.
You're technically your uncle?
Wait, hold on. Technically put me on border guard because he wanted something of his nephew, and they just do stuff like this to me all the time, and it's so frustrating.
So wait, are you saying that some of the other guides used a cloaker and some mimics to murder someone and then leave that here as a trap for us and for you.
He kind of like looks at you and goes, and then doom, just sits down in the middle of it, and like all the snow around him kind of. He's like, they probably went and found some mimics in the caves and a cloaker and killed a person that was on the trail alone, that nobody would know that they went missing, because that's what they always do. They always take them as slaves, or take them as bait, or take them to play with them. And it's just, I didn't want someone to why would you want someone to die just to make fun of a half-breed?
Ooh, getting some real it's just a prank bro vibes.
It's unconscionable.
They do this all the time. This is constant to me. One time I woke up and there were parasites in my bed. They had put parasites in my bed overnight in the bunks, and I'm so tired of it. I'm sorry that you guys are so nice, and I was so excited to be your guide, but
You are still our guide.
Yes, very much so. This was not your doing. It's not your fault at all.
And we took
Don't
care of
see
the
problem
problem.
at all.
Well, we took
That's
care
good.
of the symptom, not the problem.
there is no such thing as taking care of the problem.
Oh,
yes.
The frost giants are just too stubborn and have too cold of hearts and big of heads.
My friend,
don't-
are you looking for someplace to do you want to stay in this place for the rest of your days with these people making fun of you and doing things like this to you all the time?
No. I want to go somewhere where people don't get killed for people's amusement to torture me.
Right? Like an airship or
And he starts, like,
Um,
picking at his fingers.
Okay.
You
My
take
only
us- if you
concern
take us
at
the
this
rest-
point is that if we do something incredibly stupid, which I really want to do, is that it
Sure.
looks bad on Yao.
that
yeah, we
is-
kind of came
that's-
here and then
Why would it
presented
look
ourselves
bad on
as
him?
because we came here and presented ourselves as like ambassadors to Yao, more or less.
No,
And
that's
if
why.
if we start some shit, they could be like, "Oh, they sent these guys here to do this bad thing, steal
we'll
an
have to
airship or kill
navigate-
some people or whatever."
So, yes. So if we're going to do anything that I really want to do, we'll have to make sure to insulate Yao in some way so that they can't be implicated.
You see Buntus, you all kind of, like, we're talking amongst yourself, and you look over at Buntus, and, like, Buntus is literally in, like, almost in tears. And he's like, you guys would do something for me? Why?
Once you
Because
have
you are
tea and
friend.
stew together, you become friend. That is just how it works.
Workplace
What-
acquaintances.
Chiron wanders over, like gets a little close to him and says, I know something of what it's like to be of two worlds. And I know something of what it's like to be persecuted for exactly that.
Hmm.
No one deserves that.
No one.
Ever.
You see a small smile creep across Buntus's face. He says, honestly, I don't want revenge. I just want to escape. Revenge can come later. Justice can come later. I just want to get out.
If you're looking to some place to go, I might have an idea there. My grandfather is in desperate need of an assistant at his bed and breakfast. I am more than certain.
I'm probably too big to work at a human bread and breakfast.
It is not just for humans. All manner of beings come and live in our village and are welcome. I am sure, and I will, if I send you to my uncle, to my grandfather, with a letter in my handwriting. He would welcome you with open arms. I can guarantee you that.
Do you think a giant can make it across the lands without being murdered? No one likes giants. We're not nice people, normally.
Well, there will be a bit
law.
of... It's... And
What the?
I can also tell
get
you
that.
that sometimes it is difficult to get past people's prejudices. I
Yes.
cannot tell you that that is not true. It would be disingenuous.
Oh, what if I just come with you guys? Maybe we can find someone.
Well, the food
I'm
budget
fine
just
with that.
went up, but I'm sure we can manage.
I'm pretty sure we could. And
No.
I will reach my hand out, small as it is in comparison to Buntus's.
Buntus puts out a finger.
Welcome.
Brick says, "Good stew tonight. I've got new ingredient," and shows just the
I am
pile
not
of
eating
goo.
that.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
I will have the apples.
I would rather eat the snow.
People are disgusted by mimics, which is like totally fine if you're disgusted by mimics, but they're actually really sweet if you cook them right.
I'm really excited. Tell me more.
Well,
Do you have to?
well, if you cook them up right and you if you add some kind of like maybe like strawberries or the snow apples work too. It really brings like a brick to the meal, like a solid brick of just deliciousness to the meal.
Of course I would come to meal. I'm making it.
No, right.
Hey, Brick, you're probably better with this thing than I am.
Because his name is Brick, and
Do you want to try to fillet this this cloaker thing up? I think Chiron called it a cloaker. You want to fillet this thing up a little bit? I'm kind of interested in keeping the leather and seeing maybe we can work that
you are
into something.
seriously going to try to wear a
that's good.
thing that just tried to suffocate us.
I can do that for you.
Would take that as an absolute yes. I will definitely turn this into. Look, I grew
That's how
up on a
everything works,
farm.
Badru.
That's yeah.
I mean, what are you wearing right now, Badru? I'm sure it was animal at one
Well,
time.
specifically, though, the issue is it tried to kill me, and that's why I want to wear it as a coat
It was
or
woven.
a hood.
It was
Badge of honor.
pants,
I get it.
Right.
woven. And then the
Oh, yeah,
metal
that's
was,
true.
You know, from
That's true. It isn't leather.
metal is from. The metal is from a mine.
Ah, so you just take parts of the living planet. Same thing. Planet tried to kill people all day.
No, it is not.
Sure, it is.
Brick,
The planet
I got-
is alive.
Brick, you and me, Brick.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I can help
Right
you.
here.
Let us do this thing. Then dinner.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet cloaker with mimic jelly tastes, as you would
Oh,
say.
absolutely. Let us do this thing. Brick's
Yeah,
kitchen.
let us do this thing.
And while they're doing that thing, I'm gonna wander over to where Brooke is standing. I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Hey, buddy, are you doing okay?
I think that Brooke is stood watching them discuss the cloaker and looks a bit like sort of serious faced about it and quietly says, "I killed it."
Yes.
Oh, do you want
did,
to
and that
play
was-
it?
I think like explicitly just mumbling it to Badru, like he's not
Oh, okay.
contesting what you're doing at all.
Killed
You
it.
did
Does-
kill it, my friend. I was.
Does Brick hear
I
that?
must say, I was very
He
impressed.
said he just said it's okay. I mean, to Badu.
Sorry, Badru.
Really fine.
Well, yeah, what did you say, Sphinx?
But I was very impressed by that. You absolutely murdered that thing.
Yeah, well, usually that's who gets the trophy, but you know, whatever.
Do you want the trophy?
Oh no.
I can vouch for you.
Oh
If
my
that's what you
God.
really want the trophy.
Oh, trophy.
The passive aggressiveness from Brooke.
Yeah, just well, that's usually a trophy. I'm just saying.
At this
amazing.
point, so to talk to you guys, he kind of like lays down on his lays down like this. So he's laying directly next to Brooke and Badru. Hey guys, did you know that apparently Brooke killed it? That's pretty cool. And like smiles and smiles at Brooke and then smiles. He's like, I think there's actually
We should give him the head.
in the cloaker's mouth.
We should do what? Sorry.
In the cloaker in the cloaker's mouth and in the roof of his mouth. Can you pull that tooth out? And you open the mouth and you look in, and inside inside the mouth there is a barbed tooth that you would suppose is what they hook onto you. So like they grab onto you, and there's this barbed tooth inside the mouth, like just like right at the front that hooks you. He's like, oh yeah, I just pulled it out, and he pulls it out, and he looks at Brooke and says, we whenever frost giants are kids, we give this to the one we give this to the one that's gonna be the hero, gonna change the town. Here.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, no, take it. Come on, Brooke. I mean, you did kill it. Go ahead.
He hands it to you.
Yeah. It's like dripping down his arm.
It's like literally dripping blood, and it literally still has the root attached to it.
Don't mind the nerve there. It's kind of slopping up against your arm. Oh, gross.
Brooke, we will clean that up. It'll be fine. We'll clean it up, and it'll look beautiful.
You got some blood on you there, a little bit. Is this sinew?
Here. I will take this on Brooke's behalf, and I'll like take like a cloth out of my pack and I'll wrap it up. We will clean it up and make it look nice a bit later. The next time that we bed down, I will. It will be good. And I put it in my pack, and I'll look to Buntus and I just go.
And he's like really fucking happy. Like he literally has like tears running down his eyes, but like he's been crying this entire time, but he's like really, really happy now, and he's just like, and
I look at Brick and I'm like, you want to just go ahead and...
He looks at everybody else for approval, and he really awkwardly does it. Yeah.
Well done, Buntus.
And I think on filleting a cloaker is a great place to end, because we are actually at 3 hours.
Oh, hey, we are.
Yeah.
Blue
I like that.
So, and it's also the perfect place to end, because next week we can enter Lillington.
Woo.
Nice.
Yay.
So yeah, cloakers are definitely
Awful.
My favorite.
Sick, nasty.
I love them.
I've never heard of
We'll
them.
have to remember that for later.
So the other time that I've used cloakers 3 times. This is the other time that I used cloakers. My players were in a gauntlet, and they were going through these rooms, and it was a trickery gauntlet. Like the god was trying to trick them. So it would be a puzzle and then a fight, and then a puzzle and then a fight, and then a puzzle and then a fight. And so then there was supposed to be a puzzle room, and they walked in, and there were 3 coats on the floor, and they were like, okay, because I had put things in drawers. I had made one of the puzzle rooms look like a bedroom, all that kind of stuff. And so they were just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, like I inspect the wall, ceiling, and floor. I inspect the coats with my eyes. I'm like, they totally look like clothes. And then literally, one of them like takes the cloak and like literally just whips it up. Like she literally like is like, I just pick it up, and I'm like, great. There's a mouth. Roll it, and she was so butthurt about it. It was so funny. I had to like be like nice as a DM and be like, remember, but like as a person, I was laughing because it was like I just got him really good, and I suffocated her and it was fun.
Nice.
So how do you deal with a problem DM? No, I'm just sorry. That was for those on the street. That was a callback from a conversation we were having before we went live.
Yeah.
Alex is not a problem DM.
I fucking hope I'm not a problem DM.
No.
I like
you're
to.
awesome.
All right. Well, just whore myself out first. Hello, my name is Alex, and I do the TikToks and the streams, mostly about D&D content. Magic the Gathering content is happening, and it's really, really fun. And also on Thursdays and Sundays, so the next time I stream, we just shit around and talk. Like a couple of streams ago, we made a list, a grading, A through F, of what would be the most delicious humanoid creature, playable race to eat. Like
I'm not part of this conversation.
how yummy. Bro, we actually got a pretty good list, and we got pretty good reasons. Spoiler alert, vegans are delicious. So, if you want to do a podcast about it, I'm down.
Gelatinous cube. It's vegan, right?
Nope. Gelatinous cubes is not vegan because they have the closest relationship that they have is a jellyfish, and jellyfish are in the Animalia category. Therefore, they are not vegan. But yeah, that's
Anybody
kind
else disturbed that she knows that?
No.
because it was a battle. It was a debate in my community for over a year.
I was gonna say, I think we talked about that. We talked about that at some point.
Didn't we? Yeah, there was something to do with that around the time of like the Valentine's stream.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I remember
That's how
that.
it started. I am going to go ahead and give my inspiration to Jack. Because honestly, you just did a really, really good job today, and it's so funny because you are the only person that has consistently at my table been like, what are we doing, guys? Like, I need to leave the party. Like, you want to leave every fucking party, but you do it correctly. And like, I just want to give you credit for like being the appropriate amount of like wanting to leave the party, but then you don't actually leave the party because then that fucks up the game. So yeah, go and shut yourself out.
Hey, I'm Jack. I'm doing a lot of YouTube and Twitch stuff at the moment. On YouTube, I do daily runs of The Binding of Isaac. I like it a lot. And then like clips from streams. At the moment on stream, I've started doing, for Elden Ring gamers out there, I'm trying to just play as much of the game as I can at soul level 1 as the Wretch. And it sucks really bad, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, guys, I was looking for an opportunity to say I've had a hell of a lot of fun in tonight's session. I mean, sure, I had a lot of involvement in this one, but the scenes where like it wasn't Brooke-centric, like, I mean, comedy-wise, we were on fire today. I think this is like, we're getting funnier and funnier each time we play.
Yeah.
As well as just like more compelling. So I mean, I gotta say good job to everyone today. But I feel like it would be kind of ridiculous if I didn't give my inspiration to Badru.
Well, thank you. Wow. I'm Sphinx Akasha. Circle DM on TikTok. Sphinx Akasha everywhere else. You can catch me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays with Dinner and a Game, playing respectively Emerald Sanctums, which is our World of Darkness open world game set in Seattle, and on Wednesdays playing Kingdoms of Mist, which is our D&D homebrew think magical version of Treasure Planet. Of course, every other Friday right here with Alex Baum, playing Initiatives and Intrigues is Badru. The Fridays that we're not doing that, you can find me at the ADH Adventures channel, running my own game, Agents of the Circle, which is a stream and podcast. You can get the podcast just about anywhere that you get your podcast. It's a Eberron homebrew, where the party are a bunch of agents. I think the X-Files meets Warehouse 13, only within the last season and a half, their agency has been destroyed, and they're trying to figure out why. We're in the middle of what we're calling a heist snapping, where they're going to kidnap a person, but also steal them from a building.
Heist snapping. I like it.
It's a heist snapping. On Saturdays, usually we alternate on ADH Adventures between Heroes Arc and Turning Point's on our Tuesday show. Unlicensed Magic, War Crimes. But this coming Saturday, which is tomorrow, you'll actually be able to find me on I have completely on the official Toka TOCA streaming channel tomorrow at 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, as a bunch of us D&D TikTokers do a one-shot for trans rights, where we're going to be playing iHunt, and it's going to be run by Super Dylan. It features myself, Tutu, Trans Tiefling, and Butterfly Astrophysics. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, like I said, raising money for Equality Texas to support the trans kids there. So if you have time, please check us out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited. I've never played this game before, so it's going to be great. And as far as my inspiration goes, I've got to give my inspiration to Mordecai for being consistently like, I'm gonna steal that thing. I like for both like wanting to like wholeheartedly like latching on to the airship thing, and then like wanting to fillet this
like so obsessively wants to fillet.
Wants to fillet this cloaker and turn it into a coat. So you get my inspiration.
If I could have done it to the goblins that knocked me unconscious, I would have. But no, they wanted to leave. Hi, I am Happy. I can be found at Happy Heathens on TikTok. There's no underscore anymore, so I should probably update that because they changed their way they do names on there.
That's why I can't fucking find you. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I had to change it. I forgot about it last time, but yeah, they changed it.
Okay.
I don't really do much else on the interwebs. I spend all my time raising a 4-year-old, and we just found out that we're having a boy, so I will be spending more time doing that too. In like 9 months, 7 months, however long it's going to be.
Happy's just here because we love him.
I just kind of like got pulled into this group because my content is not very D&D oriented either. I do a couple D&D videos a year or so. I just got lucky and got accepted into this group of awesome D&D players. So that's all I got. My inspiration honestly was also going to go to Badru, who was kind of like main charactering it on this session for sure. He definitely just had so many wonderful moments that I was just like, it's got to go to him in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I got. I love you guys.
All right. Then throw it to somebody to shout out themselves.
To Justin.
All right, I am Justin. I really had a great episode. I love the episode today, so thank you all for being such a great group. I run the Dungeons & Dragons talk show, Crit Academy. We go live at 7 p.m. every Sunday. You can join us live this Sunday. We're going to be talking the return of Dragonlance in D&D with the new Unearthed Arcana, Heroes of Krynn. So I'm super excited to delve into the new backgrounds and races and player class options that are in there. It's going to be a Lunar Sorcerer. Seems pretty cool in concept, so I can't wait to delve into that. We also are a top D&D podcast. You can find us wherever you find your podcasts, all that jazz. Please come and check us out. We have a rotating main topic where we talk about whatever we think is interesting, whether it's inspiration or a supplement that we find. And of course, every episode we also bring you new and reusable content for you to bring with you on your next adventure. So please come and check us out. We're also indie publisher. We're about to drop our next big book, which is right here, actually. Yoink! Extraordinary Expeditions comes out next month, so keep an eye out. You can head on over to critacademy.com, maybe give us a follow. if that sounds like something that you're interested in. Supporting a small indie publisher who's basically just like 3 or 4 people. So, appreciate it because a lot of work goes into that stuff. But yeah, that's me. I want to say one of my favorite moments again has to be I think Badru did a phenomenal job, and so did Brooke. But I want to throw it to our DM for Buntus, because girl, you are on top of the play for that. I was blowing up the chat earlier with just how on point you are. You slip into personality so well, and I wish I had a fraction of the skill set that you had.
Aw.
And I'm not just brown nosing. I truly mean that. Because if I was brown nosing, I'd give you a really my wife calls it the cheesy smile. Hey, you're doing a great job. I want you to know that. You know. No, I think that you do a wonderful job as a DM, and I love the way you structure the story. So keep being awesome.
Thank you.
So what I'm hoping for is I'm giving you inspiration, so when I'm about to die, you can use that on me. Just so.
Okay, got it. And then last but certainly not least, Dominic.
Yeah, would totally commit murder for Buntus. My name is Dominic. I'm not going to try to tell you how to find me on TikTok because my name is complicated. Just go to the link. My name is a lot of letters. I am trying to get back into doing more content there. Life and depression and hey and the what now. But I've also been doing a little bit of streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. I'm kind of going back and forth between Final Fantasy XIV Online, and I've been playing MechWarrior Online lately with a bunch of my friends, and that's been real dumb and a little bit of fun. So my Twitch is also in the link tree, and anybody who's going to be in the Boston area, I'm going to be going to PAX East in Boston. So nice. I'll be hanging out there and trying to do some content from there and whatnot. I believe it's the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. I think it's like that. It's Thursday to Sunday. And I think that's the 20th to the 20. I think it's the 21st to the 24th. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on right now. And
yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
No. As for inspiration, I really, really appreciate for all of the bluster that Brick sometimes is, his absolute goal of just keeping enemies as far away from as many of us as possible.
I know, I love it.
It's amazing. It's
so
really and truly is because
cool. Yeah,
it can be as a combat-based character. The want to just throw damage and rack up kills and do that kind of thing, like that's strong, right? That's a strong urge. But in like grappling things and knocking them prone and keeping them away from your allies is not glamorous. It does not rack up the damage. You don't get to roll fistfuls of dice, and so like that's a special thing to want to be like to enjoy it and to really want to do it. And he's been very consistent about that. And it's really cool to see. So especially as a barbarian,
yeah, there's seldom
barbarians usually like, go, crap balls, crap, punch, and he's like, nope, you're coming with me. So
it's really cool.
Yeah, crowd control barbarian is not something I thought I'd ever see, but it's pretty dope.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much because it really makes me like, ooh, press is what I gotta do. I do want to go ahead, since he mentioned PAX East, I want to mention that me and a lot of the Pillow people, which is just my community, are going to PAX Unplugged this year, and I like to announce those things super far in advance so people can save up. I know you're gonna go. Yeah, we're going to PAX Unplugged. It's really exciting. And I want to go to. I want to go to Six Flags really bad. And then we're gonna take
Great Adventure in Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to take the train up to Massachusetts to see my family. So if anyone is going to PAX Unplugged or wants to meet us, that's where we'll be. It would be really cool if we could get the entire group to go to PAX Unplugged, but I don't know if that's possible because someone fucking lives in Europe. But
I was literally about to say I'm gonna take a look and see how viable that is for me because that sounds extremely.
Max
fun.
and I are going. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
When is it?
December-ish. So I like to announce that really early. But the last thing that I want to say before we head off is that is the Twitter. If you've saved this far, fucking thank you. But that is the Twitter. That is where all the updates will go whenever it comes to like schedules and like times and stuff like that. And also I post fun little like ideas and blurbs and I get you guys' opinion. I do actually ask y'all's opinion for stuff. I tried to ask your opinion for this fight, but nobody replied. So then I just did what I wanted to do. So if you would like to be a part of the actual like decision making, go ahead and go give it a follow. My computer is starting to short circuit. So before this file gets fucked up, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Well, happy anniversary to you and Max.
I love you all so much. And have a good one.